Oh yeah, it's time to talk. So that was a good card. Carolyn got exposed, man. She got exposed. I mean, like you see why she avoiding Beatrice now. You can see why. I don't want to get too into it right now because I'm gonna save that for the weekend recap. But you can see why she's avoiding Beatrice. You can see why she's avoiding Beatrice. If Vomiration was a little bit more accurate and had a little bit more power, that could have got real bad for her. That could have got real bad. Not too many surprises, but a good card overall. I enjoyed it. And I didn't want to go live during the card because I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to be able to really watch it with the volume on, hear the punches. Good show from Boxer. I liked it. Tonight, what we're going to focus on is what we didn't want to talk about yesterday, and that is the belt situation. Would boxing be better off? Because, a lot of people think that Turkey is now standing in opposition to the alphabet organizations, or at least the World Boxing Council. And I'm going to, go over it with the panel. Would boxing be better off if he did that? Like if they cut all the belts off altogether, nobody got a belt, no more WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF. Would that be better? Would people prefer that? Or do they like the setup? They just would prefer that they do their job. What is it that people would like to see? Because it's definitely starting to look like lines are getting drawn in the sand and the tone of everything is kind of changing, Antonio, what it do? Why do you think Turkey don't want Bivol to fight Benavidez? It's not that I don't think he wants him to fight him. It's that he wants a trilogy. And he's the kind of dude that he wants what he wants when he wants it. It's not wanting him to fight Benavidez. He doesn't want that to be next. He wants the trilogy to be next because they're 1-1 with each other. So yeah, you want to do a tiebreaker, but also Benavidez never actually had a conversation with them to settle everything up. Like what you want to do. You went over there, you flew over there, you stayed for a few hours, and then you left. Y'all didn't even get into the meat and potatoes of what the future is because you trying to make it like you could be in that division and you're not going to have to deal with Turkey. When to get to them belts, you got to deal with Turkey, Cone, what it do? But basically, I think the reason that Turkey is acting like that is because he wants the trilogy. That's what his focus is, delivering that trilogy. That's what he want to do. Texas, what it do? There ain't no future in Benavidez. If he wins, Canelo ain't gonna fight him. I mean, like, wins against who? Bivol? Because he not winning against Bivol. So I don't know. Anybody still talking about Canelo and Benavidez? I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like, it's a wrap for that. It's over. We still talking about that for that ship is sailed. David ain't going back to 68. And if Canelo go up, it ain't gonna be for him. It'll be for Bivol. No reason to invest in Benavidez. I mean, if he was really serious about fighting the winner of that fight, one, you not on the clock, homie. You stayed at 168 for 10 years, and you was cool doing that. So staying at 75 for 1 or 2 more fights so that you could get your crack at the apple is not a lot to ask. You stayed at fucking 168 for like 10 years. Benavidez said the only way I heard that silly ass shit, but he not the one calling the shots, and neither is Al Heyman. If you gonna hide behind that, go ahead, bro, and have a great career. If you still doing sides of the street and all that silly shit in 2025, when it's money to make, go ahead, bro. Go sell your 55 pay-per-views, your 55,000 or whatever it is. Go ahead. That's what I say. These motherfuckers really don't be that important. If you want to freeze yourself out of that situation because I don't know, whatever, go ahead. People still gonna fight. Money's still gonna get made. Fights gonna get made. And either you went to the party or you didn't. It's not the end of the world. That dude is not important. This is an online phenomenon with this dude that, like, a lot of the people that's hyping you up really only exist on the internet, because when they put your pay-per-views out there, ain't nobody buying them shits. So what we doing? So what we gonna talk about today is the belt situation. That if Turkey really is trying to cut the alphabets out of the picture, is that what people would prefer? Would they prefer that there ain't no more alphabets? Or do they like things the way that they are? They just wish the alphabets would tighten up. That's what we gonna go over tonight. Let me post the link in the chitty chat for y'all so we could get some opinions up here. Get some opinions rocking and rolling. Yeah, man. The way I see it, it's like I get that people are tired of the alphabets, because the other thing about them is they act like they got the final say when don't nothing come from y'all. So shut the fuck up. Especially Mauricio. Y'all don't pay for nothing. What the fuck is y'all always in the Kool-Aid for? Y'all don't pay for shit. You are here to govern these ranks, make sure the contenders get their title shot, and that's it. Y'all not promoters. And Mauricio especially, I want to say, because I like Gustavo and I like Paco before him. I like the BO. But the WBC is like, yeah, y'all the main ones that people think of that you doing too fucking much. You not a promoter, Mauricio. I'm loyal to the WBC. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? Loyal to the man, get the fuck out of here, bro. And I said it in a video I did, that you could tell something going on, because one, Turkey wants the trilogy, but two, the WBC is not next in the rotation, and they never was. Michael Eifert and the IBF are next in the rotation. You know that. So why you trying to jump ahead in the queue when you know it's not your turn? It's not your turn. But that tells me that like you there's like a line in the sand that got drawn, and you don't want to fall in line with what he doing, so you trying to do your own thing. But the weirdest thing is that if there was no Turkey LL Sheik, just based on the order that these things are supposed to go in, the WBC not next anyway. It's the IBF. That dude was mandatory for like what, a year and a half? So when you go ahead, if you know that, and you go ahead and order a fight, it's because you don't want Bivol to have your belt. That's what that is. You don't want him to have it. You don't want to fall in line with what they got going on. Kyle, what it do?
How you doing, Jules?
So, Carolyn got exposed, bro. She got exposed.
Yeah, she did. She did. Fuck against Beatrice, who can be a brawler when she needs to be. You can tell where the problems are going to come in.
Yeah.
You can see it.
And Bomi Shin is a super featherweight. I can't stress that enough, that you brought that girl up from 130, that's where she from. And you couldn't.
Out of shape too.
The other thing is that she never really hurt her. Like, she rocked her, but she didn't hurt her. She rocked her though, because there was 2 shots I saw where she kind of knocked her off balance, but Bomi Shin never looked hurt by the shit. Like, she was about to go out. It was like, oh, good punch. Good punch.
Yeah. Natasha, on the other hand, catching those shots from Price, you could tell she was getting hurt.
Nah, I mean, like, to me, I think Lauren Price went easy on her. I don't even want to get into that yet. I think she went easy on her, because every punch that landed knocked her off balance. Literally, every time she landed a punch, Natasha looked like she woozy.
Even a whip hook knocked her off balance.
I'm gonna get into that in the weekend recap. I'm saving that. But Jasmina did her thing, which I felt she would do.
Yep.
Chloe is a good little fighter, but like she been in there with better people than you. And I knew this is gonna be the Maisie Rose fight all over again.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to get close. Who making all that noise?
My bad, Jules. That was me.
She gonna shake and bake you just like she was shaking and baking Maisie Rose. That she gonna move and punch and counter, and she looked great. She looked great. So that was a good fight. That was a good fight.
Commiserations to Chloe. I thought she did a hell of an effort, even though she was up against a much longer, more awkward opponent. I thought she was really good, because I've seen her worse. I've seen Chloe a lot worse than that.
And yeah, Chloe did her thing. She did a better job than Maisie Rose, I would say, because Maisie
Oh,
looked
for sure.
terrible. Maisie looked
Maisie was
terrible when
terrible.
she fought Jasmina. So it was a good card. It was a good show. But over
Yep.
to the subject at hand. Everybody think that Turkey trying to get rid of the alphabets. They think he's trying to get rid of the sanctioning bodies. My question to y'all is, do y'all want him to do that? Would you prefer that there be no more WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF? I'm gonna go with you,
No.
Cal. Would you prefer that?
I feel like we're just so used to the 4 alphabet titles. I don't want one sanctioning body. I don't know. It just feels like there's just going to be too many problems. Like it's not realistic. Like it's not going to happen.
What about you? One Punch KO. Do you want him to get rid of the 4 alphabet organizations? Do you think boxing would be better without them?
Yeah, what up, Jules? One Punch KO, aka Jay Morris on Twitter.
Oh, what's good,
So,
EJ? What's
yeah,
good,
what up,
EJ?
man? What up, man?
I recognize you now. What's good? Do you think it would be better if he got rid of them?
So my thing. This is my thing with the sanctioning bodies. All right, I like having the four sanctioning bodies because I like the idea of one person just going around like Thanos collecting the belts.
I agree with that.
My suggestion and my thing that I wanted the sanctioning bodies to do was make your champion fight is mandatory, and also make it a mandatory to fight another champion.
I agree with that.
That's what they should have done. That's what they should do, and then that would have prevented this type of what it seems like a hostile takeover. It should have been mandatory, at least 2 fights. Mandatory. You fight your number 1 challenger and you fight another champion. If you refuse, you get stripped.
I agree with that shit. I do agree with that shit. That I'm of the opinion. I'm with Jay in the sense that I don't actually want the organizations to go away. I just want them to do a better job. But I like the same way he said it, that I like that it's a process because that builds up the fight. That if you got this champion and this, if you take all of that away, well, it's just a bunch of guys fighting each other for no real reason,
Man,
and then you think about, come on with the cutting me off shit.
Sorry, man.
If you got one guy with one belt, given how many active boxers there are, bro, he's gonna have a mandatory every 2 fucking seconds, bro. Like he ain't ever gonna get. It's not realistic to the point that Cal made. It's like, really, no, it's not. If you got one dude with one belt and all these dudes in the ranks is trying to get at him, either he's never gonna get a moment's rest, right? And that's not realistic. Or a lot of guys ain't never gonna get a title shot. Pretty much. Is that better?
No.
I have a question for you, Jules. Do you think because he's gone to Dana White, he's trying to look for a way to save money? Turkey?
No, I think Rick Ramos presented a scenario that seems very plausible to me. Shout out to Rick. Rick said that they probably offered that position to somebody else, somebody that's in boxing, and they looked at it and they was like, nah. So he went with Dana because he knows that Dana's not afraid to crack the whip.
Okay.
He's not afraid to make enemies. He's not afraid to crack the whip. And you got to admit that if nothing else, Dana is successful at what he does. His UFC is a successful and lucrative business. So you look at that dude and say, yeah, this dude know what he doing, at least when it come to his shit. I personally don't think he's the best guy for the job. I don't, but
Hey, Jules, if the bodies go away, all we're gonna have is it's gonna revert to one big giant fight club, and we're gonna see shit fights. I mean, it's not.
Well, not shit. But isn't that like, it's kind of like if you go to a restaurant, the appetizers add to it. You don't just go to a restaurant, sit there in silence, and then they bring out the food. They bring out the salad. They bring out the bread rolls. They ask you if you want a drink. And that's kind of like what I look at the belts as, that it adds to the prestige and the buildup of a fight if it's a process. But if there's no process, well, then Bivol versus Better Beef is just another fight. Fury versus
champion
Usyk
versus champion. You need it.
Yeah, like it's just another fight if you take that away. Let me pay the bills. Nate said, "Did y'all see the fights on Peacock? No, it was on Triller, bro. It wasn't popping up for me at all. Searched boxing fights, check the lives, y nada. It was on Triller, bro. And the worst thing is that Triller didn't even say anything until yesterday. So that tells
Yeah.
me that I guess the Peacock deal must be over. It
Yep.
must be, 'cause it wasn't on there. So
Yeah, I could not find the fights at all today. I was kind of upset.
I'm gonna give y'all a rule. If you don't see a fight on a major network, right? What I usually do, and it usually works, you visit two places: Triller and payperview.com. If it's not on the Zone and it's not on ESPN or and it's not on Sky and it's not on Boxer, if it's not in none of the usual places, check Triller and payperview.com. Usually, whatever it is, if it's not over there, it'll be in those two. You know, because
Okay.
that's how I found the shit.
Good to know.
Shout out
Thank
to ASVP. One belt is fine in my opinion, but I don't know about getting rid of the other belts. That's a lot of history being erased. What it do, Sha? What it do, Sha? You already know. Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I,
Do you
do
think it
you
was
prefer
better
that
before?
country?
Yeah, I
you
kind of do. I actually kind of
one belt?
Call me an old school head, but I kind of do. I remember when it was one belt. You had a lot of great fights with a lot of great contenders, and then the one belt. It was just more. I don't know. To me, I feel like it was better. You know.
ASVP said, and Dana's UFC model doesn't create enough superstars. It's basically musical chairs with the belts. What do y'all think about that? That is his model really? I don't think it's applicable for boxing. I don't think it's
Yeah.
applicable. And one thing that I've always maintained about Dana's UFC is that the title changes hands too often, so fast that you don't get stars. You know, for a little while it was Sean Strickland, then it's some guy with one eye and a beard, some Dagestani Hanahani guy. You know, like, and he's and
Feel like-
you not making stars doing that shit. Like, you not, bro. You got a bunch of them bearded Dangandangi guys, and nobody. I don't know who the fuck they are, to be real.
Bit like the 140 division, Jules. Titles change over that many times. No, there aren't any superstars in that division anymore.
There aren't, and I don't know. Like, I think that as much as we complain about the alphabets, it does add something to the prestige of a fight. It does. You know that this is a champion. This is a champion. It's just that they got to do a better job. My thing is, the sanctioning body's got to do a better job. Really, two in particular, because I like the way the WBO is run. And for better or worse, most of the time, the IBF makes sure you get your title shot. Most of the time, they do. Most of the time. It's the WBC and the WBA that annoy everybody. Me, especially the WBC, that you're not a fucking promoter, Mauricio. You're not. You trying to be like a promoter or something. You must have sent all these motherfuckers an email, because if you check right now, a lot of the people, the men and the women that got a WBC title, they all saying, I'm loyal to the WBC. Loyal to what, bro? They don't pay you. They don't fucking pay you, dog. They get paid off of you. So what you gonna be loyal to them for?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yes, definitely. It's the WBC and the WBA. They're the main problems. The WBO, I like this new president that they have. What's his name?
Gustavo. Yeah, I like him too.
I like him. He's definitely following the rules, and he's not making star-powered people bully him around. It's the WBC, man, like refusing to order certain mandatory challenges, and the WBA that just approves any type of regular champion. You have a mandatory challenger in Andy. Oh no, he can't get his title shot. You know what I mean? They have
Andy Hirioka, exactly that.
Yeah.
Now Gary Antoine Russell gets a shot at a belt, and it's this is why I like the IBF. I think the IBF is the one that has a rule that, like, yo, if you coming off a loss, you not fighting for a title, bro. You can't be coming off a loss and then fight for a title. I know they got that rule, but the WBA, it's a free for all with them. They don't got no standards. We gonna let Gary fight for the belt, even though he just lost to Puello for the WBC. But fuck it, and we got a mandatory in the queue. We just not gonna order it.
right. So now,
Pretty much.
now they're gonna have Ryan Garcia and Rowley fight for some type of belt. I don't know which belt. So then my question is, what you gonna do with Giasov? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Step aside to allow a unification.
They're
He's
gonna
doing the
fuck
right
him,
thing.
bro. They're gonna fuck him the same way they fucking Andy. Because think about Andy Hirioka did not all of a sudden become the man. That motherfucker been mandatory for months, and I ain't heard not even a whiff of them ordering that fight. And those are the real problems. That as sanctioning bodies, you really only have one function, and that is to make sure these ranks move. That the people that are paying you out of their purse, that they get their opportunity. And the two main motherfuckers that don't do their job is the WBC and the WBA.
Exactly.
Actually, when's the last time we've seen a WBC champion like beaten and taken the title from? It's always someone getting elevated.
In a minute, bro. I mean, like, I guess what fucking Crawford and Spence, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. One.
I mean, I don't count Zoo versus Fundora because that title was vacant, so I don't really count that.
Yeah, that doesn't. No.
Yeah.
What better be even Bivol, right?
Yeah, undisputed fights. But what about the?
You mean through the mandatory process is what you mean, right? That
that's what I mean, Jules. Yeah.
I really don't think we seen that in a minute, bro. If you think about it that way, a guy climbed up the ranks, became the mandatory, they ordered a fight. Like, I don't really think we seen that in a while.
And Jules, look at this, right? How many WBC champions you seen have this belt and they have a mandatory challenger for months, sometimes even years? No order come down. Bivol get the belt soon as Bivol get the belt.
I'm telling you, te lo estoy exactly. And that's how you know that there is a demeanor. Because look, as much as I fuck with Canelo, right? I fuck with him. Y'all didn't order that Benavidez fight. Y'all let that motherfucker sit there for 2 years. Y'all know I don't give a shit about Benavidez and I don't like Benavidez. But let's be real. How the fuck is it that dude was there? He was there. And I know that he wasn't pressuring y'all, but that's not the point. Him not pressuring y'all is one thing, but y'all not being Johnny on the spot is another. Y'all not being, because I know Benavidez ain't pressuring y'all to fight Bivol. He not. It's the same dude. But when Bivol got the belt, y'all order that shit quick. When somebody else got the belt, oh no, y'all don't order it. It gotta go through a thing. It's like, and the shit is, I think that they need to be reminded, the WBC especially, motherfuckers don't need you. You get paid off of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers don't get paid off of you. You get paid off of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers that's on TV.
And then Benavidez says, okay, I want to go back to 168 now. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, dude, I cringed.
No, I seen that shit. That was an old article. That's the shit from 2020 when he blew the weight.
Okay,
yeah, I seen that shit. Like, I know that's an old shit. That didn't that motherfucker will have to chop off a leg to go to 168 at this point.
Oh, thank God.
But the shit is like Mauricio get me sick because you trying to be a promoter, bro. You in the wrong racket then. You a sanctioning body. You really have one job, and that's to move the ranks along. That's it.
He's a cancer. He needs to go.
You even need to do the job that you here to do and stop trying to be more than that. Cause I see what you're doing. You try to crash everybody party, bro. When Jake Paul first got into boxing, you was trying to be all up their ass, trying to invade their party. If there's any money in the sport of boxing, this motherfucker always comes sniffing around. Get your fat ass out of here, B. That shit crazy.
You see at 147, right? 147, you have Barrios, the champion.
They not bothering him.
Sissoko been number one for how long? They don't order him to be the man.
Because and you know why? But for those that ain't seen Sissoko, oh yeah, he beats Barrios. Yes, he beats Barrios.
Money in Sissoko, you know what I mean? So then they you see what they did, right? Devin Haney jumped over him. Now is now number one. Sissoko is number 2 in the rankings.
Yeah,
now.
he is.
And that is the shit. And now that is the shit that people don't like. And this is what I'm talking about. That it's not that I want to get rid of the sanctioning bodies. I wouldn't, but do the job or we get rid of you. Because you're not doing the job. You're not. Barrios didn't all of a sudden become WBC champion. He's been WBC champion longer than Bivol. How the fuck does Bivol get a mandatory ordered before him? before him. Bivol has been WBC champion for a few weeks. Barrios been WBC champion for months. Y'all not bothering him.
He was lucky to hold on to that belt too after Abel Ramos shit.
Exactly. So it's shit like that makes you look at them, and then you remember y'all don't put no money in boxing. Y'all literally don't. The money that gets brought into boxing is brought in through the networks, and then you try to get a piece of that. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Why the fuck should you keep getting a piece of the money when you don't bring no money? You don't bring no money. You bring a belt. And your organization is not even run properly, because you literally have a lot of guys in a lot of divisions that are paying you money to climb up them ranks, and you don't even do your fucking job. That shit crazy. I don't know why anybody goes up the WBC route or the W. I literally like, bro, why you know they gonna play with you. They might order your fight. They might not. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to WBO or the IBF route.
Exactly. Like people ask, a lot of people were asking me a couple of months ago, why is it that the IBF's rank standings are always filled with guys that you really don't know? To which I responded, well, remember, they got a 10-pound rehydration cap. You don't got to worry about that with the WBC or the WBA, but with them, you do. So for them guys that want to balloon 25 pounds on fight night, you don't get to do that. But you do get your title shot. As long as you fight in those eliminators, you do get your title shot. The BO is the same way. With the BA, I don't understand why somebody in 2025 will go to BA route. For what, bro? Andy went that route. He been mandatory for months. They ain't even suggest they're gonna order a fucking fight between him and fucking Gary Antoine Russell now. They ain't even hint like, yo, y'all ever gonna order that fight? Y'all left Barrios, y'all left Barroso, y'all left that motherfucker to die. He knocked out O'Hara. He knocked out O'Hara Davies. Remember, O'Hara Davies was the mandatory. He knocked him out, and y'all never ordered the fight. Then Andy Hirioka beats the shit out of Barroso. Same shit. Y'all don't order the fight. It's like, well, then why should anybody pay you? What's the point in sanctioning fees if you're not going to do your job?
There was an idea last year the WBC were going to make the other sanctioning bodies champions the mandatories, which I thought was going to be a great idea, but they didn't do it, which is a shame because that would have made WBC the best sanctioning body to be in. Problem is,
but they could never get they could never get one. It encroaches on the rights. Like, I love the idea for us, but for the people that got them belts, they're not gonna like that idea that you giving me a deadline to negotiate a fight with another champion, and if I don't, I lose my belt. Yeah, fuck that.
Well, maybe it was more of a choice, Jules. Like, well, you still need to agree. Like, you don't have to unify if you don't want to, but if you had those options before your mandatory, I think that was how the WBC was going to play it. Like,
if you're trying to make champions, people with belts, basically a mandatory, and we know how it works. That, well, if you don't comply, you get stripped. It does alienate the champion with the BC and the champion of another organization, because it's like you kind of forcing us to come to the table. And I'm not saying, like I said, for us it's cool because we gonna like that. Like, yeah, you putting everybody on the spot, but they not gonna like being put on the spot. They not gonna like being on somebody else's time. So I don't think that could ever work to where, yeah, we gonna make the BO your mandatory challenger, whoever got the BO. I don't think that's ever gonna work. The best thing I could say is that, look, I feel that in the event that a unified champion is campaigning at a weight, let's say you got a guy, he just won 2 titles, right? None of y'all should order mandatories for him. Y'all should make your number one versus his number one, and that'll be the mandatory. That's the way I think that should be. That if I was going to revamp it, let's say Jay won the BO and the BC in his last fight. Okay, we're going to leave Jay alone. We're going to leave Jay alone, and now what we got to do is an eliminator between your number one and our number one. Then after that, we'll order something. Because the way they doing it, you see the stupid shit Mauricio doing. You not next, homeboy. That German kid been waiting for like a year and a half. You via the IBF. He
Right.
been the mandatory.
And Jules, this was the issue with MJ and Inoue, right? This is the problem.
Yep.
WBA jumped the gun and
Yep.
ordered the fight when they weren't supposed to. So when MJ is riling up for his title shot, he's not really wrong. All he knows is he got a letter that says you are mandatory, you're next. And then all of a sudden he's over here watching some good man just, yo, what the hell? I was just told to fight anyway. So when MJ is like, yo, what's going on? He's not really wrong. You know what I mean? It's just the WBA did that. And now here come the WBC doing the same thing. They know damn well the IBF is next. It's been already stated. Why are you ordering the Bivol to and you know the IBF is next. Why are you doing that? So now it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna look a certain way with Bivol if Bivol say, well, I'm just gonna drop the WBC then, because the IBF is next. People gonna say he's ducking.
Yeah, no, it is. It's gonna turn into a thing. And I'm thinking when you got a guy that he got 4 belts or 3 belts or whatever, yeah, y'all need to ease up. Y'all need to ease up, and y'all need in the situation. I think that all 4 sanctioning bodies need to hold a confab to establish a rule that if there is a unified champion at a weight, he will not be ordered to face a mandatory until eliminators are staged. Because it's not realistic that one guy is gonna do a merry-go-round with everybody fucking mandatories. Like, well, he ain't never gonna get a moment's fucking rest. And
Well,
come on, that.
Martinez, was it, that got stripped from the IBF after he just won it from bloody Ioka?
Yeah. Wait, Martinez?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not Martinez. The other Argentinian. Who am I thinking of? Give me a second. Who was it? It was. Oh yeah, no, Martinez.
Puma.
Fernando Martinez.
Oh, right. Yeah, because they fighting now. I'm so tired of talking about that fucking story, bro. First it was he fighting Ioka, then it was he was gonna fight Bam. Now the latest shit is no, he's fighting Ioka in May. That's the latest shit.
Well, Bam might as well move up. Carfu's fighting Andrew Maloney in South Africa.
I was gonna say they need before they make the Maloney fight, they need to offer Kafu some money and kill that bullshit. Nothing against Andrew, but hey, you could fight the winner, bro. I need to see Bam unify with somebody because it's like he's good, but yeah, Sor was old. It's the truth. Sor was old. Gallo was old. Quadras was old. I want to see him in there with somebody young.
Well, maybe it's time he moved up in weight and just go into the Japanese circuit, Jules.
I mean, he got the connections. He's still a Taken Promotions fighter, so he has the connections to get.
Go for
he still is.
Or Chapai.
Yeah, so
Chapai would be a fun fight.
All of them fights would be fun fights. All of them shits. It's just fucking stupid that it's like, yo, dog, like how long we gotta wait for you to unify something, bro? It ain't like it ain't no money behind you. In America, you got Matchroom, and in Japan, you have Taken. There's plenty of money behind you.
Exactly. For sure.
Making a unification match shouldn't be that fucking hard. So yeah, there's that shit. And I'ma just say that there's a lot of people that think that Turkey is now, I guess, turning against the promoters, right? Do you feel that way? Do y'all feel that way, that he's like basically drawing a line in the sand and now he gonna get hostile with motherfuckers?
I hope not, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what he's been doing has been working, Jules. Why would you want to tinker with something that's working? Unless it's not working for him financially.
No, I would say that I think what's going on, and this is just me speculating, I don't think that, for example, Top Rank liked the way the Anderson versus Bacoli fight happened, because if you know what happened, they went right to Jared Anderson. They didn't go through Top Rank. So that creates a situation where you offering a guy that we got under contract big money, and we can't get in the way because that's a violation of the Ali Act, that if you giving him 4 M's and we don't got 4 M's for him, if we try to stop him, that's fucked up. But at the same time, you alienating us because you go into our guy like you just gonna use him all willy-nilly, and then our guy gets beat on your show. Then we left with a fucking loser.
So
Problem is, everyone had hyped up Jared Anderson like he was a top 10 fighter, and he goes into a guy that wasn't a top 10 fighter. He's got blasted out of the park by Parker. Granted, I know there were circumstances, but for him to get knocked out,
No, but he was top 10. Bacoli was top 10 when he fought Anderson. Yeah, he was top.
Not according to the ring, he wasn't.
He wasn't. He wasn't a top 10 heavyweight.
No, not at the time. Not at the time.
Oh wow.
So
wait, go ahead, Jay.
So my thing is, I don't know if it's a language barrier or if this is how he actually. It's just his terminology, the words he using. It sounds a little snaky. You know what I mean? We're gonna crush them. We're gonna, you know what I mean? But you see Eddie Hearn reaction. This is why Eddie Hearn is my favorite promoter. I like Eddie Hearn. I mess with it. Eddie Hearn reaction. You see how he reacted to it. He's like,
yep.
Good. If we shake hands today and we shake hands and go our separate ways, it's good for boxing. I'm still gonna be the biggest promoter in the world. I'm still gonna be doing my 35 shows per year, and it's just gonna make me step up my game. I don't have any problems with it at all. You know what I mean? That's why Eddie Hearn is where he at in the game.
And I liked that answer. That why should I be afraid of competition? I'm good at my job. I believe in. I like his answer. That I'm good at my job. I believe in what the fuck I could do. But the shit is, I guess the shit is that I agree that I'm starting to see snaky shit. I wouldn't call it a betrayal because I've always thought, this shit ain't gonna last forever. There were plenty of lives where people ask me, yo, how long you think Turkey gonna keep doing this? Like, I don't know, bro, but nothing lasts, bro. So enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not gonna last. Don't think it's gonna be that way forever. But I don't call that a betrayal. To me, it's not a betrayal. To me, it's more like shit changes. Shit changes. His bottom line changed, and that's okay because bottom lines change all the time. Now, if you want to stand in opposition of Eddie and Frank and Bob, I said it yesterday. I don't think you win that fight. You got a lot of money, but you don't have a lot of know-how. Dana ain't good. Dana ain't got know-how. Dana knows boxing? Fuck no. He don't know shit about boxing. His UFC shit is cool. You don't know shit about boxing, building boxes and developing boxes. You don't know nothing about that. So if what you now doing, and I'm not even saying that's what he's doing, but if what you now about to do is turn on Eddie and turn on Frank, and now those is your competition, as much money as you got, you don't win that fight.
No, Dana's been trying to start a boxing promotion for years and years because he used to do boxer size shit, and he's always failed. Why? Because he doesn't understand the game. He doesn't. Yep. He resents the fact that it's fractionalized. It's got the sanctioning bodies here. It's got the promoters over here. He likes the whole top-down regimen, and it doesn't work in boxing. It just doesn't.
It will never work. And in a situation where, think about it this way, you got your boxing league and your contracts that you handing out, and that's all well and good, right? But if you try to do that UFC shit over here, it's gonna be people that don't sign to you. They're gonna sign to somebody else. And when they sign to somebody else, guess what? They probably gonna fight for the BC. They're probably gonna fight for the BA or the IBF or the BO. So it still stays the same. It's still fragmented. That you try and do your thing over there, and these other motherfuckers is doing their thing over here because you got this guy as the point man. Dana, this ain't the UFC. You can't hand out dick in the booty contracts. Motherfuckers not gonna sign them. They're gonna have their attorney look at it like, yeah, this is some bullshit. This motherfucker basically, if it's like a UFC contract, y'all know how that shit is, that you don't get sponsors and shit, right? And endorsements. That goes to the UFC brand, not the fighter. So the patches on the trunks and the extra money, if it's up to Dana, you probably don't even get to do that. So it's like, yeah, I'm not signing this old dick in the booty ass shit. Fuck out of here.
No, you only get to use UFC sanctioned sponsors. Like, I remember Brock Lesnar did he was the biggest star they had, and he was like, I'm not doing Bud Light, I'm drinking Coors Light instead, or whichever one was the sponsor, and he got major trouble for that.
Yeah,
like,
because
this is your biggest star, and you're talking to him about a beer sponsorship? Fuck off.
Because Dana wants it, and that's why Dana is successful. That is why his UFC is successful, because all the money that flows through it flows through him. So undefeated don't get to have a patch that gets him an extra 10,000. I get a patch that gives me an extra 10,000. That's the way he got it set up. And that works within your bubble. That won't work in boxing because motherfuckers will see that and won't sign to you. Like, nah, fuck, I'm gonna sign to him for. That motherfucker trying to cut me out of all my money. Fuck out of here. Undefeated. The question of the night is: would you prefer that Turkey get rid of the sanctioning bodies or nah?
Wait, you cut off, bro. What was that? What Turkey? What?
Titties or ass?
Oh, ass and titties, bro.
Nah. Basically, the conversation that everybody having right now is it look like Turkey's trying to get rid of the alphabets. That's what people are speculating. We don't know that, but let's just say that he is. Do you think it's good that he trying to get rid of the alphabets, or would you prefer to keep them?
You know, going back to yesterday's live, I didn't really get to comment on it. For years, I wanted Dana White in boxing. Like, man, we need Dana. We need someone like Dana. We don't. Not really. Not that I want Dana in boxing. We just need these fights to happen, like in the UFC. Now the sanctioning bodies. For years, I've been like, man, these crooked motherfuckers. I hate them. Like, like they need to go. And then until something like this happens, I'm like, you know what? It's not that we don't need them to go. We just need them to get their shit together.
I agree with that,
bro. You're charging fighters like Adames. There's a lot of fighters that they charge 3%, I think.
Some shit like that, 3-5%, some shit like that.
3-5% you're charging these fighters, and for what? Like, sometimes they never get their shot.
Shut up.
Not to mention like someone like the WBC or some shit. And it's true, bro. Like the WBA, like what do they got? The Continental, the fucking
intestinal belt,
the leap year belt, like
the intergalactic belt. Fucking they got every kind of. They got the WBC has a fucking belt for every fucking holiday on the calendar. The Kwanzaa belt, the Hanukkah belt, the leap year belt.
How they not have an Easter Bunny belt yet?
Yeah, they even got a belt.
I'm fucking surprised they don't got a Thanksgiving belt. Like y'all come up with a new belt for every fucking. Look, the main one that pisses me off is Mauricio. Like, you want to be a promoter, you want more control than a sanctioning body is supposed to have. You just run ranks, motherfucker. That's literally your job, is to move these ranks. That's it for the motherfuckers that's interested in your belt. That's your whole job. Other than that, you're not a promoter. You're not a fucking politician. You don't need to take a stance when Russia invades Ukraine. That ain't your motherfucking job.
See, like this, right? This is the issue. Like 140 pounds. You have, what's his name? Puello. So Dalton Smith is the mandatory, right? So you tell Puello you got a voluntary defense. But what's the deadline on that voluntary defense? You shouldn't be sitting out a year, 2 years, like how they love to do over there.
Look at this shit, Jay. Puello has been WBC champion longer than Bivol, but whose neck are they breathing down?
Exactly. Soon as Bivol win the belt, they order a mandatory. But you're telling Puello that he has a voluntary defense, but there's no deadline when that voluntary defense is supposed to be.
Exactly. So he gets to take his motherfucking time, basically.
So Dalton's supposed to just sit and wait.
And that's why I'm kind of torn about the shit that I'm like, yes, I actually like that there's a process that a fighter has to go through because it builds up the undisputed. But at the same time, somebody need to remind the guys like Mauricio, yo, if you're not gonna do what you need to do, we don't fucking need you. Because you get paid off for everybody else. Don't nobody else get paid off for you. You don't bring no money. You take money. That's all you do is take money and then lie like you a nonprofit. You're not a motherfucking nonprofit. If you taking sanctioning fees from fighter, how the fuck are you a nonprofit? If you selling merchandise on a website, how the fuck are you a nonprofit? Who the fuck you think believe that shit? That shit crazy.
The government.
Did anybody think that Martin got screwed in that fight?
Yes.
Who?
Sandor Martin.
Sandor, yeah, but maybe I'm too cynical. I never expected him to get a fair shake, right? I don't know who did, but if you don't knock this motherfucker out, you know what it is, bro. Like, and you don't knock motherfuckers out, so you know what it is.
I haven't seen.
He was stepping into him as well. He was putting on the pressure, which he was better than what I've seen him in previous fights. He was actually very good.
I've watched Martin since the Mikey Garcia fight. I have not seen him lose a fight yet.
Honestly, no, he's a good dude. He's a good dude, but I guess that's where sometimes boxing is not interesting in the sense that I think we all knew Puello was gonna win. Yeah. Like hooker by crook, bro. Unless Sandor knocked this man out, he not winning no decision on no PBC show. Forget that. That belt is not leaving. That belt not going nowhere. The sucker shit is
bring to them.
The sucker, it's not that he's a placeholder. It's not that Puello's worth some money, but he's a placeholder. He's a fighter they're affiliated with that keeps that belt on their side. They not gonna do nothing with that motherfucker. They not gonna do shit with him, bro.
You see what happens when he fights Gary Antoine Russell again and loses and Unification?
And the worst shit is there ain't no motherfucking money in that rematch. Nope, bro. Listen, I watch boxing all fucking day. I don't want to see Antoine Russell versus Puello again. I saw it already.
And Gary's not a draw, is he? Gary's
neither of them are.
No, well, I know. Hey, well, I'm just saying because Gary comes from a boxing family, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they don't draw nothing. They don't draw nothing.
Well, apparently they're famous in your side of the world, Jason. I don't know.
Hell no.
Famous?
Hell no.
I don't know.
Famous.
They know me better than they know them.
Hey, I don't
fucking
know.
famous.
I'm hearing.
Yo, I think Tim Tszyu is more famous than them in America. I think I ain't even playing like, bro. Nobody be checking for the Russells, bro. Like,
Tim Tszyu.
Shout out to ASVP. I thought Sandor won too. Yeah, like if you talking about in a neutral environment, which is seldom seen in the sport of boxing, you could give the fight to Sandor because he was pressing forward, he was landing punches on the inside, he was the aggressor. But it's just that motherfuckers is cynical. Unless you knock this motherfucker down and knock this motherfucker out or something, you not winning today, bro. You are not.
Yeah,
dude.
It's
like what you always say over there on the PBC is like what did you say, WWE or
it's scripted, bro. It's scripted.
When is the last time you seen an upset on the PBC? It don't matter how the fight look. Nobody's winning a decision over there. It don't matter.
Like you see the madness at the PBC that you got a guy who literally takes a knee. They don't count it. He turns his back on his opponent. They don't disqualify him for it. The goddamn trainer, the goddamn corner climbs in the ring in the middle of the round or whatever to give him a towel. Y'all don't do nothing. That shit is not boxing, bro. Like, this is not boxing, like, at all. This not a sport no more, bro. This like if a motherfucker score a touchdown in the NFL, but they don't count the shit. Like, that didn't count.
Flag on the play.
It's like, then what the fuck we watching then, dog? Like, what we watching? A sitcom?
Apparently.
The best part is that it's like he took a knee. It's like, motherfucker, the rules say it was either a knockdown or a slip, and he didn't call it a slip, so
he literally started counting and then stopped counting because that shit is a TV show. That's not sports. That's a TV show.
Did you see that? They called for, like, I don't know if you talked about it, but they talked for the WBC has called for David versus Bivol.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then today, Turkey's like, I'm no longer interested in that fight.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Bro,
I'm telling you, I think what's going on. Like, that's where motherfuckers is getting it from, that he want to get rid of these sanctioning bodies. And if you Turkey, I see why you would think that. They're like, basically, the promoters sign the talent and they hold the contracts. Who I am in this is the financier. I'm an investor. I'm providing money. And what do y'all do again? WBC, what do y'all do? Besides take money, because that seems to be the only thing you here for. That's all you do. Where they bring the fighters and the talent, and they develop them over time and build them in the brands. And then a guy like me comes along, I got money, I'm financing the event. Why do you think you have so much say so when you don't provide shit? I see why. I see how in his mind it would come together. They're like, I gotta check y'all. I gotta check y'all because these fighters, well, yeah, they fight for belts. Don't get it twisted, but it's to get at the money. I'm bringing the money, not y'all. So if I want a trilogy, stay the fuck out of the way. That's how he feeling. I want a trilogy. WBC, stay the fuck out of the way because it's not even y'all turn yet.
Yeah, that's why you could kind of tell he wants to get rid of them. But it was about time somebody put their feet to the fire. Like y'all ain't shit.
For real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want the belts. I like the belts because
Yeah.
I came back to boxing. I used to watch boxing when I was younger with my stepfather. I came back to boxing around the time of a big 6'6" dude named Anthony Joshua going around just collecting belts. And it was exciting. You know what I mean? So I like that. Dude was just going around collecting belts. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna watch boxing. I love boxing. So I like, when you go around and you take belts from each champion and it just builds up when you and the last guy is left. That's
I
why it
agree.
was so big when Wilder and AJ was the last two guys standing. Both of them was knocking people out. Everybody they were knocking out. It was gonna be the biggest fight ever in the history of
And
boxing.
that's a part of, and that's what I mean. That as much as I hate really two of them, because I really just hate two sanctioning bodies. That process is necessary to build up a fight, to build. Yeah, it is. It ain't the same if it's just a bunch of motherfuckers fighting each other for no fucking reason. Them belts add something to it. They're like, this the guy from over here. He got a belt. He got a belt. They got the belts. It adds something to it. But it's like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Mauricio get on my fucking nerves, bro. Like, man, sit your fat ass down, bro.
He could go. He
Shit.
could go. And then
Bro,
certain
that
time the
go ahead,
IBF.
bro.
My bad. No, I was gonna say, Mauricio could definitely, go away. And certain times, I love the IBF, right? But certain times they need to just relax, bro. Like, hey, why are you gonna? You see that there's about to be a unification set up, but you're just gonna order your mandatory, and if they don't fight, you're gonna strip them. I'm like, bro, they're about to unify. Could
Do
you?
you know why they do that, bro? Motherfuckers don't realize when you petition for an exemption, I believe that's a $10,000 fee.
Mhm.
God.
So when you get in the way, it's so that you could get that $10,000. Think about it. Oh, they bought the fight. Oh, so we could get $10,000 if we hold that shit up. If y'all want to unify, y'all got to get this form from us that costs $10,000, and maybe we'll approve you. That's why they do stupid shit like that. And that's the part where you start looking at them like, yo, do we even need these motherfuckers? Because y'all holding up shit that's more important. And a part of the reason, a lot of things have changed over time. That sanctioning bodies didn't always used to have this kind of power. In a manner of speaking, that I remember in the Tyson era, we never sat around talking about the WBC.
Right.
We like never, ever in the Roy Jones Jr. era, we wasn't sitting around having fucking conversations about the WBA. That's shit from this era because y'all motherfuckers got a big head and now you're doing too fucking much. Doing too much.
Look
But
at
no, but Julius, the real reason that wasn't a conversation is because most of the action was happening in America.
True.
That's not the case anymore. And yeah, when I see Mauricio and the guy from the WBA, yeah, it happens. They have a bias against American fighters, America as a continent. Talking about the USA and Mexico, they have it.
You remember the Golovkin era? I
Mm-hmm.
believe there was like, I believe, the WBA. There was like three champions on the same division. You had Golovkin, you had Jacobs, and you had somebody else. And it's like, how the fuck do you have three champions in the same division? And they were charging all these motherfuckers the same.
Exactly. You got the WBA Super, the WBA Regular, the interim champion, the Intercontinental champion,
God,
Gold, the
the
gold.
intergalactic, the international, the NABAF, I think it is. It's like, yo, y'all y'all motherfuckers really devaluing the sport. And after a while, it's like, yeah, somebody gotta check y'all that, like, you're not important, right? WBA. That if you went away today, there's still 3 other organizations a motherfucker could go to. So y'all need to relax.
The first running that I think Turkey had with a sanctioning body was with the IBF with Jai Opataya, right? Because that situation was so idiotic. What's his name? What was the mandatory? What's his name? Mario.
Fucking Maris Breeders.
He said, "Yo, I'm injured. I'm not ready to fight." He could fight. They still strip Jai. I'm like, why you still strip him? The mandatory is not ready to fight.
So that he could end up fighting for the fucking belt any fucking way. The shit was the dumbest shit on earth. And that's a part of it that I'm thinking, like, yo, Turkey probably look at y'all like, y'all don't add nothing to these events. Y'all just let the promoters make the events, let the people that finance them, and then y'all just sneak up for a piece, making shit difficult for us. That's all y'all doing.
Like leeches. He probably sees them as like leeches or some shit.
Yeah. Wasn't there some sneaky shit going on behind the scenes with the IBF with Golden Boy in that situation? Like Zerdo was third, and they were going to try and make him the mandatory, but then they went the WBA route, and that's what fucked up IBF for Jai.
I think it was something like that. But the main thing is that Turkey's starting to realize that these dudes don't contribute nothing, in a manner of speaking, that you just make the process more difficult for the people that actually are doing the work, the people that are building the fighters and building the brands and the champions. Y'all do that shit. And now he realizing, oh, I see why y'all do this, so that y'all can siphon more money from the promoters and the TV networks. Because like I said, if I get ordered to fight Kyle and I'm trying to unify, let's say I'm trying to unify with Jay, then they come out, well, you got to fight Kyle. The real reason they doing that is to get $10,000 from me. That's the real reason. You got to give us that. You need the petition for an exemption, which is a $10,000 form, I think, with the IBF. It's a $10,000 form. Then okay, you could go fight. But it's like, bro, like why? That's a lot of money. $10,000 for a piece of paper for a quote unquote exemption. And when you look at the BC, that's what the fuck that is, bro. How the fuck y'all not bothering? Bivol has been WBC champion for 10 seconds. Y'all not bothering Barrios. Y'all not bothering Puello. Y'all literally get Puello get a voluntary off the rip. Off the rip. What type of shit is they on?
They let Jermall Charlo hold that belt forever.
Fucking Earl Spence had it for years. No mandatories.
That dude never satisfied a mandatory.
No mandatories. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm sorry. No, I say he held the belt for 2 years without fighting.
And they didn't bother him. And that's the shit I'm saying. And you could always tell, when they Johnny on the spot with a guy, it's because they don't like him. And they don't want him to have that belt. Something going on that either they don't want him to have that belt or they doing something. Because Bivol has been mandatory for WBC champion for less than a fucking month, bro. That dude ain't been, he literally just got that belt.
That's wild how they're just jumping on it right away too, man. They're just like, jeez.
I think I forgot who Fury got the belt from, the IBF, but he was like, man, he said something, I'm gonna take a piss on it, because they were already telling him who he needed to fight, and he was like, "You hadn't even gave me my belt, and y'all already telling me who I gotta fight."
Chequea que el mamagüevo de Mauricio, he must have told all the tú no ves lo que está pasando en Twitter y en Instagram. All the WBC champions, male and female, Puello, Carlos Adame, Gabby Fundora.
What I think
ahora yo lo vi que Gabby Fundora lo hizo. De que I'm loyal to the like, you sent them an email. You trying to and look at, bro. What killed me is, yo, Mauricio, you not a fucking promoter, bro. The fuck you mean loyal to the WBC? You're not a fucking promoter, bro. Did you send them an email so that they could all say that? Because that's how it looked.
It does. And what the fuck? What if I don't want to do it? You gonna take it away?
Exactly, right? The belt that I fucking paid you sanctioning fees to fight for. That's why I don't like Mauricio. They're like, bro, they pay you. You don't pay them. They literally pay. La pobre Kenny Enrique had to go to a fucking other sport porque el mamagüevo de... Yo, she's been mandatory for like a fucking year. Ante de eso, she was the mandatory at a different weight for 3 years. They left her in limbo. Never got her opportunity, right? But as soon as Bivol get a belt, oh yeah, we got to order a mandatory right away. Got to order mandatory.
God, can you imagine them sending that email? It's like, oh, please don't strip me the belt and deprive me of the pleasure of paying you 3% commission every time I defend it.
That shit is, you understand that this girl had to go to mixed martial arts now because they still haven't ordered her fucking fight. And that's the second time they did that shit to her. Second time. But as soon as Bivol get, oh yeah, we got to do this quick. We got to move on this. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm going to go take a piss. I'll be right back.
Yeah, they had Dillian White as a interim champion for almost 3 years. Once he got in the way of, Wilder. We don't want to lose that belt, so...
Wilder was one of the most protected guys from the WBC in recent times. Like, they really protected that motherfucker.
That Dillian White thing was so weird. It's like you were ranked number 1, but you weren't the mandatory because you hadn't fought for the mandatory status yet. Like, it's like that's some legalese, brother.
Yeah, this is the problem, man. I as I said when Jules first started, I like having the 4 belts. I don't actually just want 1 belt because it's so many boxers, bro. Having the 4 belts give a lot of people opportunity to become champions. It's just that make sure you order people's mandatory, and then if they could have come up with a way, as I think me and Kyle said, to then make it mandatory for the champions to fight each other. You know what I mean? That's what they were supposed to do. 2 fights, at least 2 fights a year, each champion has to have. Mandatory number 1 challenger in your sanctioning body, the belt that you hold, and then order these 2 champions to fight each other, and then maybe order the other 2 to fight each other.
That's the problem, though, is that the champions don't fight each other, and a lot of times they'll end up skipping their mandatories or stepping aside or whatever. And I mean, okay, I could see at least 3 belts or whatever, more than 1. I'll concede that one, but they need. I think some of the other guys were saying they need to do a better job on enforcing stuff because, fights that should be happening aren't happening, or else they take way too long, and they end up being past their prime.
I'll side on the fighters in this way. It's fucking expensive to unify, bro. Like, you have to pay 3% to these guys, 5% to these guys. Like, man, like Jules said, why am I giving you all this money? Like, what do? You give marketing. You give the belts, which is just marketing at the end of the day.
That is the problem, and that's why it opens the door for somebody like Turkey to come in and do what he's doing right now. So we might not like it, but these guys got too comfortable.
Well, I haven't had a problem with Turkey, what he's done so far. I mean, he's brought us great fights at an affordable price, but what he's going to do in the future, I'm just kind of like, we don't really know, and it's just kind of like,
Yeah, I'm watching it closely because certain things, certain way how he speaks, I don't really like, and I don't mess with Dana White per se, so what I mean. So I'm watching it closely. I'm going to reserve judgment until I actually see what this TKO business is, But if the way how he said what he said about Bivol, it just sounded a little like, so you're gonna tell Bivol, like, it sounds like he was undercutting Matchroom, like, hey, don't forget who took care of you and this and that and whatever. I'm like, but Matchroom took care of Bivol for like 10 years, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
No, okay, right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with TKO. I can already tell you how it's going to go. Does it involve Dana White? Yes. Is it involved with boxing? Also yes. Okay, it's going to fail. That's the history of Dana White in boxing. Failure. You don't need to read the rest of the story.
Dana White is a shady motherfucker, man. That dude is shady as shit. And he's greedy.
He's a fight promoter. They're all shady and greedy. Like it's that he doesn't.
He seems to excel at it, though. I mean, look what he did to with the UFC, man. I mean,
well, part of what helped the UFC, and I saw someone in the chat talk about this, is that it's a revolving door of like 20 fighters in every division. So it's easier to keep them under thumb. It's easier to have a one belt system. It's easier to like run a single company like that. There's like how many boxers in a single division for like lightweight? Over 1,000? Yeah. Good luck with that shit.
2,000, 1,500. There's a lot of fighters per division.
Yeah, so there's no way that shit can work in boxing, and Dana will never understand that.
Nah, they'll never be able to monopolize boxing. I think it's
an economic concept. It's the reason, like, for example, Wall Street was a thing is because it was too much money at one point. So you have to have private guys managing that money, trying to do something with it, investing. You cannot give every responsibility to the government because it's too much. And in this case, you cannot have one fucking guy because there's too many fucking boxers. It's not the same with like with MMA. MMA, there's the rankings are like how many? 10, 20, 30. It's easy to manage that guy. You can make money, but in an ambient in an environment like boxing, no. The rankings are how many? 500, 600. Nah, you cannot do that with just a couple of guys.
You talking about Dana, right?
Yeah, it's too many people. It's too many boxers.
That's why you can't monopolize that, and that's what we was talking about yesterday. That you can't really monopolize boxing. Like you would have to buy everything, everywhere, everything, not just like the sanction, everything. And most of the stuff you see Turkey fucking with is the stuff in the West. I don't hear nothing about him really like trying to take over Japanese boxing. You see what I mean?
No, he isn't. He's just trying to take over America.
And Britain to an extent.
So this whole time has Turkey been fanning the pigs for the slaughter or what?
I don't know. Like it's hard to know. Somebody, I saw something that somebody said yesterday, and what they said kind of made a little bit of sense. He don't have a plan. He just has so much money he could do whatever he want, and it's major. But he doesn't actually have a plan because, you brought everybody to the table, and then it looked like you was trying to get them all together so that we start getting a steady schedule of fights involving everybody's fighters. But now it looked like you turning on him, and maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he is. But that kind of lends credence to the notion that, bro, you just a kid in a candy store.
Hey, Jules, what is it that makes you feel that he's possibly turning on him?
Because you brought Dana into it. You already you was already working with everybody. Why bring Dana into it?
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's so odd. Like, what does he have to do with any of this? Like,
actually, why even invest? Sorry, but why even invest in the zone?
A lot of it doesn't make like I'm thinking like I just don't understand why a dude who could bring Frank and Bob and Eddie and everybody. I don't understand why a dude who could do that would then go to Dana. You bring another outfit into it. It's almost like you just a kid making cockroaches fight each other. That's what it looked like. Like you just doing whatever. Like, now I'm gonna do this to see what happened. Now I'm gonna do this to see what happened.
I'm gonna do a mantis versus a cockroach.
Yeah, that's what it's starting to look like. Because I don't see my thing is that while you could say that Dana is successful in what he does, and he is, and obviously Nick Khan is wildly successful, but I just don't see what the value is in a boxing league. I don't see the point.
No, kid in the candy store is the right analogy because we said it earlier. Like, how many people for years have said, "Oh, that boxing needs someone like Dana to get involved"? I bet you we heard that and went, "Yeah, why don't we get Dana involved?" And Dana, of course, has been mouthing off about boxing for God knows how long. It's like, no, you don't understand. It's not the reason why Dana can't work. God damn it.
And for Dana, it's an opportunity to make money. That's all he sees. That, well, it's not like I got to pay for this shit. I don't got to pay for none of this shit. He's trying to put me in control. I get to make some money, and I don't got to spend no money. I don't got to really do a whole lot except come up with ideas and shit and make motherfuckers fight. There's just a lot of it. The way it's moving now, you go to Ring Magazine, and it lists all 4 sanctioning bodies as partners. But at the same time, it's starting to look like you are trying to get him removed. Because if you read Gabby Fundora's post right now, what it say? WBC is boxing. That will never change. Who said it was? Who said it was?
Right.
What, is somebody threatening y'all? Like, what's going on? Who said anything but Who said?
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Blink if you're in trouble.
Right?
By the way, on a lighter note, wish me a happy birthday, you bums.
Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday,
you motherfucker.
Badhi.
I know, Dana. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, you motherfucker. But yeah,
57, man.
57, yo, it's a beautiful age. It's a beautiful time. Appreciate you, bro.
No.
Fuck you, country.
Fuck you, country. But now here's the other thing, though. Now here's the other thing, though. The weird thing is, I don't see nobody else doing that. I don't see the IBF guys. Yeah, we loyal to the IBF. I don't see the BO guys. Yeah, we fuck with the BO, man. BO is boxing. Puerto Rico. I don't see that. It's only the BC.
Yeah.
And only the BC, coincidentally, the BC just ordered Bivol Benavidez, even though they know Turkey wants Bivol better beef 3.
Call the bluff. He'll never fight him in a million years.
The pig is sweating.
It's like, I don't know if it's a beef with all of them or if it's just a beef with him, with the BC.
Probably
Could be
just the WBC because they're the ones that usually always stick in their nose everywhere.
No es verdad. Ellos son los mamagüevos de que no, we want 6 judges for fear. Yo, 6 judges, bro? Suck 6 dicks. The fuck you mean you want 6 judges, bro?
Yeah, dickheads.
You know when they first came out with the WBC clean program, I was like, okay, that's good. You know, that's good. I'm actually for it. Oh, but y'all gotta pay for it. It's broken. Like, what the fuck?
No es verdad. They're fucking. That's the thing that they. The thing with Mauricio is he's always reminding you how fucking useless he is. Let's come up with a program where you have to pay for everything. We'll name it, but you have to pay for It's like you ordering a fucking pizza and the guy that's not paying for shit. Yo, get wings. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up.
For real.
Fuck you mean get wings, bro?
No,
shit is crazy.
You gotta do the clean boxing program so you can pay for the privilege of being woken up at like 3 a.m. with your kids crying so they could draw blood from you.
So that we could take the credit that we cleaning up boxing while y'all the ones paying for it. Because think about we came up with the clean boxing program to help. Like, no, you didn't come up with shit. The boxers and the promoters are still the ones paying for everything. When they asked Sebastian, yo, you in a clean boxing program? He said, yeah. Did they test you yet? No. Go fucking figure. WMMA said great grats to Shin fraud check and Dubois. Yeah, she got fraud check today, bro. She got fraud check. How you gassing out with a super featherweight?
MD, fuck.
Yeah, and that's the shit that, like, I looked at that shit. I get mad because she talked too fucking much. Dubois, you talk wild shit. You was talking shit about Katie. How you gonna say I'm ready for Katie and I'm ready for Alicia, but you can't fight Beatrice? Beatrice got less experience than them.
Yeah.
So how the fuck could you be ready for them? But no, we have to wait. Let me get the fuck out of here, man.
Why is she so scared of her?
Would we not pay for the beef?
My dude, I'm gonna put it to you like this, country. All I need you to do is watch 2 fights and you'll know why she's scared. They both fought Yanina Lescano. Watch Ferreira versus Lescano and watch Dubois versus Lescano, and you'll see why she's scared.
And wasn't she even talking shit about Eddie?
Basically,
bro, that's how you know you scared. Yeah, like what the?
And the shit is, when you wanted to fight Rhiannon Dixon, you wasn't talking shit about Eddie. When you was trying to fight Terry Harper, you wasn't talking. But let Eddie start talking about Eddie need to, Eddie not even supporting. Feel me? He not even trying to help. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. He brought the women to Sky, motherfucker. He literally brought the women to Sky Sports. You wouldn't have a platform to fight on if it wasn't for fucking Eddie Hearn. Fuck is you talking about? Just scared of that Brazilian.
I'm in the car, so I don't know how it sounds, man, but I have to jump in. Bro, Caroline Dubois been pissing me off, yo. And especially anybody where talk bad about Eddie Hearn when it comes to women's boxing, I am not for it. I don't stand with that. Now I understand with promoters and everything, whatever you could talk, but when it comes to women's boxing, even out of it, it wouldn't be where it's at. Trust me.
Break it up, man.
No te entendí ni vergas.
No, it's alright. I caught it that especially not no British woman boxer. Y'all can't talk shit about Eddie. The landscape that you seeing, and honestly, the one who normalized putting women on shows, that was Eddie.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Eddie. There's no argument. There's no retort, no rebuttal. That was the dude that started putting women, not just on low-ass shows, a low-ass show over here in the corner. He was putting women on big shows, and he still is, but it's just... Now the attitudes are changing, because what I'm seeing is, I know things that I can't say. The attitudes is changing where, like, see, now y'all starting to get like the men, where you think that you supposed to get big money when you don't sell big tickets. That ain't how life work. You don't get paid off of potential. You get paid off of results. You don't get paid off of fucking potential. You get paid off of results. And a lot... Chantel ain't never gonna be happy. She's a good example of what I mean. That before you said Katie will never fight you, that literally for you, she fought you. You won. You still not happy. Well, what the you not Katie Taylor, home girl. You not. You want to fight, but that don't mean you sell tickets like Katie. This ain't Highlander where you cut the motherfucker head off and you just absorb all the power. It's not Highlander, bro. She's still the A-side. She's still A-side.
She will forever be the A-side.
Yeah, it's some kind of Teofimo Lopez shit.
It is.
At the end of the day, yeah.
It's like you went from saying she'll never fight me. Homegirl, you got 2 fights with her. Who decided to leave Matchroom after that? You. So how do you expect to be a priority? It's like, at first, because she used to be with Shane McGuigan years ago. And at first she was like, oh, they ain't treat me right over there. I was not a priority to Shane. And I thought, oh, that's fucked up. And then I see you go to Matchroom doing this shit. Like, yo, every belt you got, Matchroom got you there. That shit ain't free. Every belt you got, Matchroom got you to it. But, oh, nah, because Eddie rooting for Katie. Well, what the fuck do you expect, dog? I'm like, I'm not trying to be fucked up, but like, what the fuck do you? That's like Dillian White and Anthony Joshua. Dillian, what the fuck do you expect, bro?
No, and the worst part is with her is that you had a chance to have a trilogy fight with Katie and you fucked it up.
And the worst shit is, you went to Queensbury, and I ain't even gonna say they not doing nothing. She fought 2 times, but motherfuckers don't see you now. Gee, I wonder why. It felt like we saw you more when you was at Matchroom.
But do you remember when she won against Katie? There was no complaining, not a peep. She was all happy. As soon as she loses, oh man, Eddie likes Katie. I'm not wanted here. All that.
My
blah,
dude,
blah, blah.
It's to the point where when she won, she was still complaining. Remember, she didn't want to let Ellie Scottney fight on the show.
That was bullshit. That's
because Ellie is being trained by what?
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Eddie likes Katie so much that he let her get a gift in her own hometown. And bro, she lost that shit.
I'm like, bro, I'm like, no. Katie won the second one. My thing is, if it was the way that Chantel says it is, you would have never won. because they could have robbed your ass, and oh well, it happens. It would have been another one of those. They didn't rob you. You got the decision. What more do you want?
Hey, bro. Back to that turkey shit. Is it me or does it look like it's gonna be like a big ass expensive pro box? Cause they won't have nobody over there.
Vamos a ver, porque the thing is, one thing that is a wild card is if you have fighters that enter into free agency, established fighters, established names, like a Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
They might go to Turkey because Turkey paying buku dollars for things. So that's a wild card. What fighters enter into free agency and when? Since he's paying the most money out, naturally they're gonna go to him. Now, does that mean they're gonna go to Dana? I don't know about that. Dana shit could be some separate prospect shit, because that's what it sounds like. Like it sounds like you just gonna be grooming prospects. You don't expect no fighter that makes $3 million a fight or whatever to sign your dick in a booty contract. That is not gonna happen, bro. That's not good. They're not gonna sign to you. They might fuck with Turkey though. Turkey might use them for some shit, a Ring Magazine card or a Riyadh season card. But I don't think that necessarily means they end up in that boxing league. They might not. At which point you gotta wonder, then what's the point of that fucking league?
Exactly.
Oh, God, can you imagine those contracts are gonna look like?
But it's not a league. Apparently, it's just a promotion.
No, $40,000 a year, and you can wear all these stickers for me. All these promotional stickers.
The language
I think it's like
that
an
they
NXT of
the
boxing,
language
NXT.
they use in that shit sound like the XFL. They gonna have their own ranks and their own shit. That's what they said. They gonna have their own rank. Your own ranks. The fuck that mean?
That's exactly what I thought about earlier today.
He's just trying to make the UFC boxing.
Like even The Rock started owning the XFL, and how good is that shit? Nobody watches that shit.
Yo, my dude, I have seen one XFL game, and that was like, I think that was
I don't even know what
15 years
XFL
ago.
is.
I make sure the XFL isn't on any of my packages.
I didn't even know
No, the
the football
XFL.
league exists.
The only real difference with the XFL and the NFL is in the XFL you play with your dick out. That's the main difference.
Oh, that's why I haven't
Fuck out of
seen.
here with that shit, man.
40 years old, man.
Extreme football league right there.
I think it's 40, bro.
And that's just still funny. I don't give a fuck, bro.
The thing is for me,
That's just still funny, bro. Imagine you with your bitch. Yo, we about to go to this XFL game. Yo, get out.
Oh my god.
It's the first time she's paying attention and shit.
You go to a giant stadium, there's 19 other people there.
Fucked up, bro. But check the shit out. Yeah, like I just Dana being involved in this shit is what confuses me. Like I just don't see why you would. I don't really see the value. I don't see the point. Make your own league, make your own promotion, because what you got to think about is, okay, well, if it was about making your own promotion, you already bought Ring Magazine and now you're doing cards under the Ring Magazine banner. Well, if you wanted to make a promotion, you already made one.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, you're putting on this Ryan Garcia, Rolly, this 3 doubleheader, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's under the ring. Why are you coming up with a new shit? For what?
I just don't see why the fuck you would do that. And the only thing I could think of is Dana's a guy. He's not afraid to make enemies. He's not afraid to rock the boat. That's how you looking at him. They're like, yeah, I need somebody to get motherfuckers to straighten up. But I'm like, Dana don't have the power to make Frank Warren do no shit. He don't have the power to make Eddie Hearn do no shit, and none of these motherfuckers. You just another motherfucker at the table, basically. And I wonder how long are you gonna be cool with him before the script get flipped? Because it looked like you flipping the script.
I think it's just for the branding. Just people know that Dana White makes fights, and I think really that's what it is. Assuming Turkey's going to run everything else. But it also just seems like a real ill-fated attempt to try and monopolize boxing. Yeah. It's like, bro, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Everyone who's tried it has fucking failed miserably. Like, just the logic of
I'm with Julio. It's not. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work.
It's like how the logic of pro boxing works. You can't corner it like Dana White was able to do with MMA. Like, you just can't.
Okay, Al tried it, and he fucking fell on his face.
He thought he could take over all of boxing with 200 Golden Boy fighters. Look at this fucking moron.
10 years later and shit.
Right? No, verdad. It was just
Tank got a draw 10 years later.
it was just 200, like, and it's like you could tell that he not a boxing guy. Like this is the shit. This is why people say that. Bing, you got 200 fighters that you funneled from Golden Boy to your shit. How many fighters do you not have? More than you signed, right? So how the fuck you gonna take this over, bro? How? It makes no sense. But the whole shit was off of the back of Mayweather. Well, that's Al Heyman. You know, you look at what he did for Mayweather. That was the whole art. That's the whole sales pitch, or it was. You see what he did for Mayweather. Motherfuckers gave your ass $500 million, and you sniffed it, ate it, fucked it, and sucked it. Because it's gone now, and you have very little to show for that shit. That's crazy.
Hey, Showtime, you should renew us because look what Mayweather did in these pay-per-views. Mayweather's been retired for 5 years, bro.
That's like, literally what Stephen Espinoza told. That's literally what he told us, the higher ups at Showtime. Literally, he started talking about like Mayweather. Mayweather's gone, bro. What the fuck?
To be real, how long has been retired? How long that Maypac,
Mac 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017.
Bro, talking about Mayweather in 2025, you know what's crazy? I was at work and I made a joke about Abraham Lincoln getting shot, and this guy was offended by it. I'm like, I feel like it's been a long enough time, bro. Like we can joke about Abraham Lincoln getting killed. Like, you know what I mean?
He was shot.
He shot him, man. He got shot in the chest, man. John Wilkes.
It's just like man. Floyd. It's the same thing where it's like, yeah, like we're still living off the laurels of fucking Floyd Mayweather. Like, I get it, respect his accomplishments, but we're in a new era. We've been in a new era.
No, more than that. Mayweather's not fucking God because he made some money. That's broke motherfucker. I don't even want to talk about broke motherfucker. Like, bro, the only shit you like about Floyd is that he made wild money because, like, you just a dick sucking ass motherfucker. And
they think he's Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah, like it's that dick sucking. Because remember the original dick sucking ass motherfucker, Adrian Broner. Hey, big bro, man, shut the fuck up, big bro. The fuck you want to hold his cock?
You want these draws?
That shit used to get me. Yo, that big bro shit. Yo, I swear to God, I used to get a sugar spike off of that shit, big bro.
You know, it's just me and big bro. Like,
and you standing that picture where they bought a car like that. I'm like, yo, you just a dick sucking, dick holding, pole smoking ass. And because what's it for? What is it really about? That he made money? Yo, go to church, bro. Find God, bro. Find God.
But I think what Turkey is doing, I think he's trying to use Dana's clout. Because if you look at all the good shit he's done in boxing, still not enough people are buying those fights. I think he just realizes that, like, whenever people, like, bro, if you were to go to the bar right now and say, oh, you guys playing the fight, they're gonna talk about UFC rather than boxing. Nobody. Like, bro,
it's a branding play because nobody knows Dana for great matchmaking. I mean, go watch the UFC right now. It's a fucking snooze bet unless one of the big guys are fighting. It's branding. They know who Dana White is. Fucking ball talks a lot.
They know who Dana White is more than they know the fighters. Because whenever I see a UFC event, the post, I don't watch UFC, but whenever I see the post presser, it comes up on my recommended. I always see Dana there. I never see the actual fighter.
Turkey's making the cardinal sin where it's like you're assuming that people who give a fuck about MMA give a fuck about boxing and vice versa.
The shit is the only guy in the MMA. I only could probably name three. Pereira, the Brazilian dude, because he be on everything. Sugar shit. What's his name? Sugar.
Sean. Yeah, but they don't like him anymore. Everybody hates him apparently.
No, and Sean Strick. That's what I'm saying. That go back.
Or Sean O'Malley.
Look, Sean John, Sean Paul, whatever. The motherfuckers is losers now. Sean Strickland. Then pass the draw. Shooba dooba dabba da bo. God damn. Right? That's the shit we talked about like a couple of months ago. That the shit over there, Sean Strickland will be popular for about 15 weeks, and then some Dagestani Kakakani Henfenhofen will come and beat him, and then he don't even get to be a star after that.
Where
Because the
are
shit,
these guys, bro?
you just got a bunch of dudes that's fucking their sister and their cousin over there. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna make stars out of them.
White guys, bro.
Hey, Jules, Kyle's backstage. He fell off. He wants to get back on.
Shout out to Chico. Why would Mauricio order the fight knowing they not in rotation? As an act of defiance, Chico. I said that in a video I did yesterday. That's an act of defiance. Not only do you know what Turkey wants, that he want that trilogy, you also know you not even next, motherfucker. You was never next.
But I can't lie. If Turkey's blocking that Benavidez Bivol, I don't like that. I can't lie. I wanted that.
Yeah, but see, blocking. See, this is the thing. Don't forget, David went over there for 15 seconds.
Yeah,
they ain't get to do. This is the thing. They ain't get to do no business. If David was serious, you ain't got nothing to block. This is I don't look at it that way in the sense that, for starters, David, if you serious about fighting the winner of this fight, you sit down, you talk to Turkey. Yo, look, you want your trilogy. I want to make money. Give me an interim fight on the undercard. Let me fight Callum Smith. Bang. Ooh. I'll fight him after that. If you for real. Because I'm like, the dude that spent 10 years sniffing and farting at super middleweight, you can't all of a sudden be in a fucking hurry at light heavyweight, bro. You spent 10 years holding your dick in the cold. You could wait one fight for undisputed. You could. You not for real. That's the first shit. How I know you not for real. My dude, you flew 15 hours halfway around the world to leave the same day you landed. Come on, who does that? Who does that?
But also, I see Turkey also reneging on saying, "Oh no, we want the belt." I saw him today saying he didn't tell Canelo to not bring the belt on stage. Honestly, it's a lot of back and forth. There's not enough information out right now. That's why.
Here's what you know, Michael. Here's what you know. For some reason, a lot of WBC champions are talking about how loyal they are.
Yeah, they started motherfucking belt wars out here on Twitter. I'm like, what?
You know what I'm saying? They Avengers assemble. Avengers, and I'm like, bro, they ain't just doing that for no reason. Somebody told y'all to do that.
Where's
Somebody
Chris Evans at, man? Avengers assemble.
Avengers assemble, bro. Like all the WBC champions gonna form a prayer
cringe,
circle.
Bro, that shit is cringe.
They gonna form a prayer circle and Captain Planet gonna fly. But your belts can buy.
No. What they're gonna do is they're gonna try and get.
Show up.
No, they're trying to get the other organizations to go on, like WBA, IBF, WBO, and they're gonna form Voltron with that shit.
It's gonna be a giant fucking dildo that forms.
It's gonna be fucking the Infinity Gauntlet, bro.
Now, you know what I think I've seen some of this like the big fat Johnson.
I think Dana and Turkey should. I think their best bet would be to try and legitimize the IBO.
Nah,
and get rid of the WBC.
No, but like try and make it a competitor. Like try and make it.
They don't care.
If they just come up with like a fake boxing belt, like a fake UFC version of the boxing belt, or a boxing version of the UFC belt, people are gonna notice. Like people are gonna realize, yo, this is bullshit.
I'm sorry, bro, but the IBO is like a blowjob from a bitch you don't even really like. Like, yeah,
it's a blowjob with the condom. That's what that shit is.
No, but here's the thing,
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they gotta turn that into something.
No, why stop there? Why not go WBU?
For real, WBF, right? Bro, like there's other ones out there. The
UBO, WBC, IBF, WBA, WBO, the Intercontinental World Championship, and then the IBO.
Will be the WWF.
I'm honestly really conflicted on the whole one belt thing. I want, like, honestly, I think when a champion has multiple belts is a good.
Bro, that's a good cool
measure to see.
That makes boxing unique. It's just the fights gotta get happening.
You gotta let Michael get his words out, bro. Like, I know Michael's weak and afraid, but you gotta let him talk.
Suck my dick.
Michael's a season ticket holder to the XFL.
No, don't be doing that.
What I was gonna say was
don't be afraid, Michael.
Damn.
No, Michael. I'm with you. I'm with you in the sense that, and I said this before you jumped on that. I'm not against the alphabet organizations and the process per se, because I like the process. I feel that it adds to something. But two things. One, they need to do a better job, and they need to be put in their place. That y'all don't bring no money to boxing. Y'all just take money. So sit the fuck down. That's one. And two, if there's a unified champion at a weight, whether he has 2 belts, 3 belts, or 4 belts, you shouldn't order him to fight anyone. Now you need to order eliminators amongst your contenders. And whoever's the last man standing, let them be the mandatory. Because the way y'all doing it is fucking ridiculous. And y'all always going against the grain. WBA orders Mutajan to fight Inui. He's not even fucking next. Fucking WBC orders Bivol to fight Better Beef, but he's not next. Y'all know that. Y'all breaking the rotation and causing everything to be fragmented again. And y'all not doing that for boxing or for no greater good. You doing that because you're fucking selfish and you hope that you could get a little piece of the step aside money. That's why you doing that. That's why you doing that.
And like, whenever we have for example, right? This is why I'm really conflicted, because when you have multiple belts and when a champion is able to acquire multiple belts, you can see how great that fighter is. You know what I mean? If you get 1 belt, okay, you're good. You know what I mean? And then if you're unified, oh shit, he's a problem. Undisputed, oh, he's just him. You know what I mean? But now if you just go to 1 belt, it just feels like, you know, like I don't like 1 belt. Honestly, if it was up to me, maybe 3 belts. 3 belts would be good.
Michael, it feels like a UFC.
Yes, exactly. Te lo voy a decir.
You know what it is?
Sniffing out here, bro.
You know what the shit is? Be real. You don't just like. It's the difference between like dealing with a slutty ass broad that like, yo, she'll suck your dick today, and having a conversation, getting to know each other, liking each other, and building that up. It's a difference that like, yeah, you got 1 belt. If this build up process is not here, it's not really as, oh my God, they about to fight. Like, you see what I mean? That actually adds to it that these are the last 2 men standing after everything else was done. It was built up enough to like, yo, this shit is about to get real hectic in here.
Makes it more interesting, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not against marinating fights, but
it depends how long undefeated.
Exactly.
Bro, no longer than 2 years. No longer.
I do not think that we should wait more than 1.5 years for a fight. I'll wait a year, but not a year, not 5, bro. And that's what motherfuckers be doing.
Michael, 7. You read my mind, bro. No more than 2 years.
No more than 2 years, bro.
For instance, you know what's a perfect example? Boots and Norman. Yeah, both champions. Y'all are in year number 1 already. Year 1 already passed by. I need one of y'all to get the other belt and the other one to get the other belt.
Has it been a year?
It has. It has.
Wait, since Norman got his belt?
Well, no way. It's about to be, I think.
No way.
When did he beat Santi Liang? Last year,
that
right?
Was that August? No, that wasn't August.
Well, when he beat, this is the thing. When he beat Santi Liang, he didn't become champion that night. He became interim that night.
Oh yeah, he did.
And he got elevated.
That's when the clock starts, pretty much.
Yeah, like, okay, by the end of the year, I need a unification between both of y'all for undisputed.
Well, I mean, Boots is doing his next month.
I mean, yeah, he doing his part. He about to fight Consopoulos. Jesse Consopoulos.
And I heard, well, Boots is actually, he's fighting Stanionis, which, okay, great. Norman, I think he just got his taxes done, so he's doing his part too.
Yeah, he about to get his refund. But you
know, no matter how much money Turkey has, there actually is no longevity in this fucking in this league that he wants to start. Because let's say you start this shit and it's successful, okay, you know every fighter is gonna expect to be getting paid while everybody else is getting paid for like forever, not like for a couple years. No, it can't. The pay rate can go down from now on.
No, the other thing, Michael, the real shit, which is why no promoter can hope to be an island. If you got a guy that people like and he's getting popular, but there's another guy that's not with y'all and he's getting popular, people gonna want to see him fight. They don't give a shit about your politics. Mm-hmm. So if you over there trying to create a bubble, like people just gonna go with that. No, that happened already with PBC and Top Rank. People still wanted to see Crawford versus Spence, regardless of their politics. So you just kind of, if that's what this is, because we don't even really know what this shit is. We just guessing. What the fuck
there's not enough information.
We don't know what the fuck the shit is.
And also, honestly, I looked at it as a point where, damn, he's kind of screwing over Eddie and Frank. But then Eddie's on the interview saying, oh, this is great for boxing, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what's going on. I literally don't. There's not enough information going.
Only
out.
shit Eddie
Actually, I
said.
heard someone else.
Eddie said that it looked like it's going to be a prospect league. That's what he thinks it's going to be. And it's like a league of prospects. The fuck is this? Pro Box 3.0?
Why don't you just do a fucking tournament? And also, Dana himself said it's not a league. It's just he just used the wrong word. Turkey used the wrong word there. It's just a promotion. That's all it is. It's not an actual league.
A promotion, but who are you gonna promote? Like, what's gonna make us want to watch? Because Pro Box is free on YouTube, and it's good, but it's not like eye catching. Like,
Get Pro Box puts on good. Like whoever the matchmaker is, right? He does his homework.
Great job.
He does his home because the fights actually be good. Even though you don't always know who the guys are, you can see that whoever did the matchmaking for this show, they knew it was gonna be a good fight. But the shit is because you don't know them, you can only get so far because these are not the guys that are built. These are not the guys with the storyline. And honestly, that's where Eddie comes in. That's where they do a good job of marketing their fighters, and people don't even realize it because you do want to know what happens to Callum Smith.
Exactly.
You do want to know what happens with these fighters. Whereas you can have two guys fighting on Pro Box and you don't really give a shit. Like, I don't know.
We're hardcores and we barely give a shit about Pro Box. Imagine the general people, like the fucking casuals.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Gabriel Flores fight last week at Pro Box?
Yeah, he gave Flores.
Bro, I didn't even tune in. Like, fuck.
I ain't gonna lie, I only tune in the Pro Box every couple of weeks. Can't lie.
I tune in the Pro Box to put like if it's Axeman, if he get another fight on there, yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
He's not the same, Joe.
One thing I do give him credit for is the fucking Ring Girls. God damn.
Oh my god.
Axeman is just not the same.
Bro, I would fucking pay money for a pay-per-view of like the Golden Girls and the Pro Box Girls just scissoring each other for 2 hours. That shit'll be great, bro.
Now that's pay-per-view worthy.
Like
Nasty.
I think they have great fights.
That motherfucker got a Pro Box blanket. He's snuggle under this. He got a Pro Box.
Paulie sent it to him. It was
He got a Pro Box belt.
Every time he goes to sleep, every time he goes,
It's not a belt,
Pro Box,
bro.
Pro Box,
You can't afford a belt. It's a metal. It's a little metal.
Got a Pro Box shower curtain.
Pro Box soap.
He's got the official Pro Box toothpaste every time.
You know what I'm saying?
Pro Box towel.
That Pro Box. Shout out to
Box.
Chico. Oscar's pretty quiet too. Can we see a clap back on Turkey and Dick Schaefer? Now part of Team Canelo. Yeah, that shit bugged me out when I seen him over there.
Shit first, it would be Oscar.
Bro, can you imagine what he felt seeing Canelo and Schaefer on the same stage?
Bro,
like that both your exes on the
Schaefer's
fucking
back?
stage.
I was shocked.
Where'd they find him?
He was in New York at the Canelo shit. That's his advisor now.
Ah, shit.
Wait, Canelo's he's advising Canelo or Turkey?
Yeah, and Schaefer, bro.
Wow.
Canelo.
Wait, did Schaefer leave PBC?
Yes, he left a long time ago though. Like that's not new news.
So you mean he left Mayweather Promotions?
It's more like, look, one, he really left PBC because he saw. I think that Schaefer's a smart dude for what it's worth, and I think he saw that the money was drying up about 3-4 years ago. Because he left about 3-4 years ago, and they said that he had went to some Canadian sports agency to represent other athletes, and before that, remember, he was Pro Bellum. He was the Pro Bellum president for the 15 minutes. For the 15 minutes that shit existed, he was the Pro Bellum president. Then that shit goes under, turns into Disrupt Boxing, didn't disrupt anything. He goes off to this Canadian sports agency to represent athletes, and we don't see him again. Fast forward, Mayweather supposedly hires him to be the CEO of which, like, what are you the CEO of? There ain't nobody over there. How the fuck you gonna be the CEO of a company that don't got nothing going on? So I guess that shit doesn't work out. And now he with Canelo.
That's crazy. He left at the right time. Like he left right when he could still put PBC on his resume, and that would impress people.
No, I mean not for nothing. He was going to get Kinahan money, but Pro Bellum. If Pro Bellum would have been allowed to operate without the sanctions from the United States and the heat they was getting, Schaefer would have been getting money because that was Kinahan money he was fucking with. It was Kinahan money. But all the heat got turned up. Everybody left. That's what happened. Heat got turned up. Oh, fuck this probellum prophylactic shit. I'm going to Canada. Fuck that. Chill with Michael.
Well, wasn't there some shit called like All-Star Boxing or some shit?
There is an All-Star Boxing, but that's Joe Guardia. That's Joe Guardia. That's a different dude. But yeah, like if that shit would have worked out, cause that was a money laundering operation, bro. Like anybody can see that. Like
obviously, bro.
You know what I mean? Y'all staging fights in a tennis court. Ain't even nobody there. But somehow the fighters, somehow the fighters is getting right. Somehow the fighters is getting their purses. Like, bro, ain't even nobody in there. I could see ain't nobody in there, bro.
Yeah, bro. The fighter got paid like $10 million.
For real.
No, okay, since we're just shooting the shit, I have a question that's been bugging me for a long time when it comes to these belts. What the fuck is the difference between world and intercontinental? I have to know. Like, what even is the difference between that shit?
World title is the actual world title.
No, world title means from country to country. Intercontinental means within your continent, consisting of perhaps more than one country. Think of intercontinental as a regional belt that if me and Michael go at it, it could be for the intercontinental because it's Canada versus America, but it's the same continent. Okay. Whereas world means world, all over the world.
Like the EBU, that's a continental champion.
Whatever is not the actual world title, it doesn't matter, pretty much. Whatever is not the world title.
I disagree because I noticed the difference. Like, I think America does a very bad job of this, but it could be an essential part of the process that I know what a European level fighter looks like because of the EBU title. That I know you compete at a certain level because I see the kind of people that end up with that belt. That's not a knock on them, by the way. That's actually a good thing. They're like, okay, you're more than just a domestic level fighter. You're continental level. So I wish America had that because that helps the process along. Whereas you get a guy, and before you know it, he's fighting for a world title. And everything in between is just a lot of fluff.
I mean, look at Japan. They have the Japanese title, regional title. Then they go to OPBF, and then world. It's really simple, clean, and efficient. Like, okay, I know what this guy is at. In America, it's like, oh, just world or not, nothing.
And don't forget that when you look at the UK boxing scene, which is the most relatable example, the easiest one to understand, you could sell a fight with a regional title, British Commonwealth title. People show up, bro. Yeah, like, because it's a regional title, but it still has meaning. They're like, okay, you the best of this area that we talking about right now. You the best of this area.
Yeah, and area titles, crazy.
Yeah, and then you graduate to that EBU, and from the EBU, then you graduate to the world. So it's like, yeah, it's a process, but it's good though. Like, it's not bad. It's good because it showed the steps. Whereas in America, like I said, like you go from fighting Boxcar Freddy to Dennis Berinchik.
As long as your shoulder roll looks good.
For real. You showing that dinner roll. Motherfucking shout out to WMMA. A lot of Twitter homos coming out today saying WBC means the most. To who? Not to me. Shout out to Chico. One belt worked for Jack Johnson and Dempsey. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. These different times. Virtuosa said, Jules, are you proud to be a WBC champion? Yeah, bro. The white blood, I'm proud to be the white blood cell count champion.
Homos who actually say the WBC belt means more because it's more prestigious somehow, some way, because it's the green belt and Muhammad Ali fought for it.
Let me tell you something, Michael. Let me tell you something. The people that saying it's more prestigious don't even know how to spell prestigious.
Honestly, it's an image, bro. Like, it's literally an image. You see it in movies.
There is nothing that constitutes why the World Boxing Council belt is more prestigious than any other belt, because it's neither the most well-run organization or the most historical. The oldest belt is the WBA. That's the oldest organization.
Unfortunately, going to shit.
No, but I think it's right to clown them for it, but I think this also kind of speaks to how difficult it's going to be for Dana White to just like monopolize the game, because these belt institutions, even though they're like shitty and we deride them, they do have enough institutional pull to do shit like that, where they have people saying they're proud to have their belt and all that other dumb shit.
What a coincidence.
For real, right?
I think, but honestly, I think this was a perfect time for Dana to come in, because PBC, they're broke.
Yeah.
Tom Brake is Bob is boxing, but he's about to, bro. He should retire.
That dude is 90-something years old, bro.
Like, come on, bro. That motherfucker flying from Japan to the U.S. to Australia, like, bro, let that man.
Bro, that's elder abuse.
This shit keeps him young. Don't ever make him retire. That'll be the day he dies.
To keep a man on a plane that long is elder abuse.
Bro, that shit is Todd trying to kill him. He's hoping that on the way to Japan from America, he dies on the flight.
Dude, TSA might pat him down too hard. TSA might pat him down too hard and break his neck or some shit.
Break his fucking hip. Shout out to Chico. Turkey's reply to Doug Fisher. Is that a shot at Top Rank? Show me the reply, bro. I ain't see it.
Yeah, he's saying that Turkey's talking shit. So
here we go. Jules, I sent you that the no limit schedule. You don't think that looks like a PBC model? 5 pay-per-views in 5 months?
I mean, I don't know what their model looked like before. Like, as far as I know, No Limit's been doing pay-per-views in sequence for at least 2-3 years now, wouldn't you say? Nikita Zoo, then Tim Zoo, before he lost.
Nikita just started to become a pay-per-view star last year, and they tried to do it with Sam Goodman, and they're still trying to do it on May 14th. But without Nikita, Sam Goodman is not a pay-per-view star. But Liam Paro on June 11th, I'm looking forward to that, because that might be Barrios.
You think you're talking about WBC champion Barrios?
Yes.
I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. I'll buy that. Yeah. I'll take
You'll
that.
Get that free. You'll get that free on Amazon Prime. You'll get Zoom. Yep.
Well, that's the other shit. Keith Thurman fight is not accommodating. And listen, motherfucker, I love boxing, but I ain't staying up at 3 in the morning to be looking like, nah, homie. Nah, homie.
You wake up for your breakfast and you watch the main event. That's it. It'll be your breakfast time when you wake up and you watch your fight. It'll be like that.
I hope so. I hope so. And the other shit is, Kyle, I ain't seen not one banner for that shit yet on Amazon. Not one.
Oh, serious?
I haven't seen. Crazy. I'm on Amazon every fucking day, bro. I haven't seen one banner for that shit.
You know what
fight? There's a PBC fight coming up?
It'll be there. It will
Thurman
be there.
versus Jarvis.
Guys, the New York State Athletic Commission. What the fuck? New York State Athletic Commission has a letter to Lamont Roach, according to Steve Kim. It is the sense of the commission, following an extensive after-the-fact review of the footage of the 9th round, that the most appropriate call under the circumstances presented would have been for the referee to determine that Mr. Davis's knee contacted the canvas, constituting a knockdown. However, here comes some dick sucking. The determination of whether a knockdown occurred is that the instance was within the discretion and authority of the referee. They ain't gonna do shit.
I didn't think they was gonna do shit to be real. I said in every video, I'm not optimistic. It's too much trouble to do that. It's more trouble than it's worth for them.
I changed my mind. Give Dana White the keys. It's over.
Yeah, I got my casual friends saying, boxing is corrupt. Yeah, it is, but it's hard to say it's not when shit like this happens.
Exactly, and that's why I'm so 50-50 on this.
Look. This the shit. You got a bunch of motherfuckers sitting in the fish tank talking about, don't do that, undefeated. You're gonna get wet. That's what it's like. Yes, boxing is corrupt. So is the government. So are your employers. So is every other fucking thing in life. Yes, it's corrupt. Your point. Everything is corrupt, in case you haven't noticed.
I guess as a hardcore, I want to defend it, but it's like, well, I mean, fuck, the rabbit hole gets deeper if you think about it, shit. 'Cause, fuck.
Trust me, everything is corrupt. That's the point I'm making. It doesn't make boxing unwatchable. To me, PBC is unwatchable. Like, yeah, that shit is like for real unwatchable. But other things, in spite of the corruption, is still watchable. Top Rank is still watchable. Matchroom upsets happen all the time at Matchroom. A prospect that they're invested in will lose. Mark Castro lost. Motherfucking
Elon
Zach
Musk.
Khalil Cole lost.
Khalil
Ramla Ali
Lee
lost.
lost. You know what I mean? I
So
can't
many
wait.
people lost
I
in
can't
last
Oh,
wait
2
for the
years,
news
bro.
about Ramla to come out. I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be this
What's the little
Thursday.
cute ass
Anthony
man?
Joshua lost.
so
That boy
Maggie
got
shit?
clipped.
I'll tell you,
Can you see me and Michael like the same kind of broads because she's fine.
Julius, let me tell you, bro. Those East Africans, they're number one. I'm
Ramla
Oh
telling
my
you,
Ali?
god,
they're number
Mm.
one.
You better
dude,
He's
they're
not all
like
that.
they're built like
They're
Brazilians.
number
You don't
one.
Dude,
understand. Look, can I tell you something? Look, this is shit. One, this is shit. Pay attention to this shit. You got a lot of bitches. They got nice ass titties. You got nice ass, right?
Wow.
Listen, pay attention to this shit though. Motherfuckers made a lot of like ugly type bitches popular because they got big titties. Ugly type bitches popular because they got a big ass, right? Like, and that's where we at. That you got like a lot of joints on Instagram. You there because of your body. Motherfuckers is making you popular because of your body, your facial. See, Sydney Sweeney, right? She don't really got a big ass. She don't really got big legs, but she's
But she
fucking
got big
gorgeous.
titties.
No, she got some titties. But the shit is, but the main appeal, the real thing is that the main appeal about her is not even her titties, it's her face. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
So,
funny.
so I look at the Ramla Ali joint, like, no, she don't got all that extra shit, but she's fucking gorgeous, bro. Like, she's
I'm telling you, those East Africans, bro, they're all like
dude,
that,
I met
bro.
an
They're all
Ethiopian
like
girl. Her ass would go walk into the room 3 minutes after.
Yeah, bro.
Like it was fucking.
God damn.
And especially those Ethiopians. Ethiopians are
Dude,
number one. They are.
I remember as
number
a
one.
kid, like on National Geographic, they were all skinny. But I'm like, how do you have all this ass? Facts.
They have asked for days. Like, I don't know who I'm gonna marry. I just know that they're gonna be Ethiopian. That's it.
I met the finest Ethiopian woman. Oh my god,
they're all fine, bro.
I was
Like,
watching. I don't know
they're
if
all
she's
fine.
Ethiopian.
Even with the big ass forehead, they're all fine, bro.
Do I remember the Black Panther? This last movie where you got
Dude,
Lupita Nyong'o and
she got thick as fuck.
Boy, she got some something back there, boy.
Dude, Lupita Nyong'o got thick as fuck. She used to not have all that ass.
Well, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Right now, my chocolate thunder is Chloe Bailey and Haley. Oh my god.
Oh,
not Haley, but Chloe. Yeah.
Shit, both of them.
Yo,
Chloe-
because they're both like in fairness, they both fine as fuck, dog. Like Chloe and Haley.
Hey, Jules, put the picture of
Let me see if I got that shit.
Yeah.
It should be there. I should. Let me see it. Do I got that shit?
No, they both look good. I'll stick my tongue in their ass, bro.
I will stick my tongue right in their ass, bro. Then I'll go talk shit to Michael right after that. That's
yeah, fucking doo-doo breath.
I don't got the picture. I think I deleted it. Shakur should have sent his masseuses to Tank's dressing room so he could rub steroid cream.
See, okay. See, we need Mauricio. You're over here doing all this shit. Take this motherfucker off your rankings, Schofield. Start punishing these dudes.
El lío con Mauricio is he keeps reminding you how useless he is, that you're literally not doing your job in any capacity.
So 50-50, bro. It's so corrupt. It's the Wild West out here. These motherfuckers do whatever they want.
Because, Michael, I said this earlier. Bivol has been a champion for like 10 seconds. You already ordering him a mandatory. Meanwhile, you gave Puelo a voluntary. He been champion longer than Bivol. He been WBC champion longer than Bivol. Why does he get a mandatory, and why do you stick a mandatory? Why does he not get a mandatory, but you stick one on him? Barrios. Has Barrios satisfied a mandatory for y'all yet? No.
No, he's definitely Frenchman, isn't he?
Abel Ramos is not a mandatory, bro.
No, I know. I'm just.
No, not Ramos.
Big fucking Canadian, bro. You gotta stop that shit, bro. Be from New Jersey, bro.
I wish we keep the same 4 sanctioning bodies. I just want them to do their job. Do your fucking job.
That's it.
But the only one that does their job literally is the WBO.
And the IBF.
Nah.
Usually.
No, it's the IBF.
IBF fucking up, man.
IBF do be fucking up, bro.
I'm not saying they don't be fucking up, but with regularity, they do order their mandatories.
I think last year Jai satisfied 3 mandatories, bro. What the fuck was that?
That is true, though. He did. That is true.
Yo, that's not like clearly he has some beef with the IBF. I don't know what he did to them, but they hate him.
That motherfucker got them fuck me eyes, bro. They don't like that shit. He probably
That
looked at Daryl.
motherfucker's a psycho, bro. That
What?
motherfucker's
A lunatic, bro.
You see his eyes? I kind of feel bad for that dude that he fought.
David.
Yeah,
David's actually
bro.
a good fighter.
No, here's the
David's a
thing.
good
Yeah,
fighter.
exactly. I agree with you, Kyle. If he actually had time to develop, I don't think he'll recover from that knockout. Like, that's gonna hurt his career.
Nah, he'll be alright, David. Nah, he'll be alright. He'll be alright.
He's a good fighter, but
he's a Maori boy,
bro.
Yo, that was
but
his
he's
7th
old.
fight
Like he's like an older pro now. You know
What
what I mean?
What I didn't like is that you know what his nickname. Y'all know what his nickname is? Kyle know what his nickname is. The nice guy.
The nice guy.
You can't like bro. You gotta do something about that, David.
What the fuck?
That's his fucking nickname.
Nice
Bro.
in the ring,
Nice
like you
guy.
can't hit him.
In boxing?
Yeah,
Your
he's
name
like
was
if
the nice guy.
He's like if Paddington Bear was a boxer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Bereskin Bears and shit like that, bro.
Hey, y'all were talking yesterday on the live about Canelo and Netflix.
Yeah, that's where the Crawford fight may land on Netflix. I don't know if you heard.
Nah, but you see why Jake Paul was so pissed that Canelo gave him the runaround? Imagine the money that Netflix would have gave Paul if he would have brought Canelo in, bro.
Bro, ponlo tú. Imagínate cuánta gente. I don't know if it's gonna be a pay-per-view, ¿verdad? I don't know if Crawford Canelo is gonna be a pay-per-view because it doesn't need to be. If you involve Netflix, yeah, you don't need it to be a pay-per. You don't need it to be pay-per-view because Turkey's paying them. Turkey's the one paying them, and if you did that as a regular fight, like that, just like Paul versus Tyson was, bro, that shit will be fucking monster.
That shit better not be no $80.
Nah, you know what? I would charge pay-per-view, but charge $4.99. Imagine like 70 million people watch that.
La razón que yo digo eso es que, look, you go on pay-per-view to get at the money you're trying to get. Pero si tú tienes Turkey dándole a Canelo su dinero, a Crawford su dinero, you don't need to bill it as a pay-per-view. And if you want to make a gigantic splash that is felt all around the world, you don't bill it as a pay-per-view. You bill it as a regular fight that everybody on Netflix can watch. And
honestly,
you will have the single biggest event of the whole year. Nothing will be bigger than that. Nothing.
Shit.
I don't understand why not put that on the May 2nd card. Like, not Friday, but move the whole May 2nd card Saturday and then put Canelo as the main event. And then all those other guys.
Oh, I want 3 days of boxing, bro. That's 3 days of money. Fuck is you talking about? I wanted 3 days of money. I get the pay.
Fan like me.
This motherfucker, you go on 18 hours live, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna wash nothing, bro. Not gonna wash it. You gonna be waking up and I'm gonna be live.
This motherfucker 18 hours live and 36 smoke breaks.
For real, yo.
Give me the day
sleeping, taking a smoke break out this month.
Yeah, give me the day Jules dies of lung cancer.
Well, don't put that shit on me.
Got some cigarettes, man.
Since Jules and Michael are gonna be roommates, who's getting the bottom bunk and who's getting the top bunk?
Bro, I'm making him sleep under the bed, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, I'm getting bro. What? No, wait. Why are you assuming Michael gonna have a bed? Michael gonna sleep outside the room in front of the door. Fuck is you talking about?
They're gonna sleep next to each other like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You know what I'm saying?
Who's Theodore?
Matching sweaters and all.
Motherfucking country's Theodore. I'm Alvin. And Mike is Simon.
Why is there now another guy up in this motherfucker?
They're all wearing little sleeping caps with their initials on it.
Yeah, I got the A hat with the A on it and the A shirt. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I think we all agree then it's not about getting rid of the sanctioning body so much as wishing that they would just do a better job.
And wishful thinking gets us nowhere. That's
the
problem.
They need centralization. They do.
Honestly, I kind of like seeing Mauricio panic like this because you know what he's doing. He's panicking right now.
No, I do. I ain't going. I do like that too.
This is karma, bro. Everything comes back to you.
Hey, bro, you remember when you do the relays and in the last second you got Mauricio turning around like all fucking like, oh shit, on the entrance on the videos.
Mauricio Suleiman.
Yeah, he turns around and he's like,
what that's
is that not Mauricio?
No, that's the actor. He's talking about the Gervonta Davis fight.
No.
Oh no, that's Jimmy Fallon, bro. That's Jimmy Fallon.
On your entrance video?
How the fuck did you confuse Jimmy Fallon from Mauricio?
Wait.
That's Jimmy Fallon, bro, the talk show host.
That's not Mauricio?
No, bro. No.
What the fuck?
Yo, you smoke too much.
Wait,
bro.
why do you have Jimmy Fallon on there?
That's my cousin, bro.
Away.
That's literally my cousin. Y'all ain't know that?
That's
My
a
mom
Joe
met him,
Biden
actually.
moment.
It's actually crazy.
Hey man, it's time to.
That's the most Latino shit I ever heard. All these white motherfuckers look the same for him.
Nah, not for nothing. Now that I think about it, he does kind of look like fucking Mauricio. A little bit, like.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's not Mauricio?
No, he
Like
doesn't.
a skinnier? Nah, I don't see it. Maybe a skinnier one, but nah.
No, like if you didn't know what Mauricio looked like, you would think he looked like Jimmy
Mauricio's
Fallon.
a fucking scumbag, bro.
That dude is a fucking pig, bro.
Can't lie to you.
Fucking pig.
I can't say he needs to get hit by a car. I can't say that.
Now don't say that.
Nah. I feel like you think I want them dead when I say that. It's like they can get hit by a car and survive, bro. It's okay.
Shout out to Oscar Jimenez. 3 days of
Like
boxing.
Tito.
That'll be a lot of cigarettes and Coronas. I know.
I
Jules gonna be in
definitely
the ER talking about I need a
No,
fucking
this-
cigarette. Ernie Wild says that was Jimmy Fallon. Mine, yeah, that's Jimmy Fallon,
Thank
yo.
you, bro.
I'm
Thank
surprised y'all didn't know that.
That
He
looks
was
like
at the
Mauricio?
fight. He was at that fight. He watched boxing.
Oh shit.
I'm glad he's panicking.
We got
though.
Yeah, and it was
celebrities
in New
watching
York.
boxing, y'all.
I'm
It's the
glad he's
90s
panicking.
again.
I mean, like, no, but it is good because somebody, like, the reason it's good is because he's been allowed to operate with impunity without anybody powerful enough to challenge him up until this point. Like the promoters, they might just stop fucking with you, or they might guide their fighter in a different direction, but that don't really make you nervous. That Turkey's trying to delegitimize you, or that you feel he's trying to delegitimize you, now you feel threatened. Because he got money.
Yeah.
He got what you need. You don't have nothing he needs. If you one organization among four, motherfucker.
Yeah, this is why competition is important. Like, this is how they keep each other honest. And I'm glad it's happened.
Mr. T said he looked like Suleiman if he had HIV.
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn.
I don't know what the fuck wrong with a lot of y'all. I don't know where y'all come
Hey,
from with shit
man,
like this,
I
bro.
hate
Mr. T, bounty yourself, bro. Bounty
Yeah,
yourself.
man.
No bounties. Mauricio, he's allowed to do that.
Oh yeah, bounty Mauricio too.
Now look, I'm gonna go smoke. I'm gonna go drink a juice.
No, you're not.
You're gonna
go
smoke,
finish
bro.
Yeah,
You already
yeah.
said it.
Drink a
He's
juice.
gonna go
Hey, be
inhale
proud.
a
I'm gonna go
pack
get
of
virgin
cigarettes,
daiquiri.
bro.
Be proud of your addiction, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey, country, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna go drink a virgin daiquiri.
Happy birthday to me, bro. Thank you.
It's your birthday, for real?
Yeah,
Nah,
it really
it's not.
is. It really is.
No.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday. Happy
But
birthday.
no,
What is it, 99?
Mauricio,
99 this year?
Nah, 57.
Oh, that's
Close
not
enough.
bad. What the
Wait,
fuck?
legit
You made it seem
57?
like you were way
Congrats.
older than that. You're actually not that old.
You're
I
not,
don't
bro.
think I am, but I know.
I thought he was younger.
I know my limits though.
What are your limits?
Jeez.
I think.
I'm gonna say, sorry. Eddie is
go ahead,
losing
bro.
his
Oh, no,
stable.
go ahead.
Whoa.
He's
Eddie's
got-
losing his
Wait,
stable?
well, how is he losing the stable?
He's got 4 heavyweights. He's got Anthony Joshua, Johnny Fisher, Justice Hooney, and Tara Moana.
That's it?
Yep.
That's all he's got. And
I mean, that's
for
good.
his-
He has
Yeah.
a
And
ranked
look at this
heavyweight.
he's super lightweight. He's lost. Well, he axed Surreal. He's lost Regis. Liam Parra said, "Fuck you! I'm going to go create my own pay-per-views at no limit." And fuck, yeah. A lot of
Chantel
people
over
are
here.
either leaving or getting axed. Even
He
Hergovic's
still
gone.
has...
No, I think he's shedding.
Wait,
He's like,
Hergovich
they're just
left? I
shedding
mean,
their
Hergovich
stable.
is not a big loss. That's okay. But
Yeah, Hergovic
Yeah,
isn't.
they're
Yeah,
just
but you know,
shedding their
it's somebody. He's only got 4.
he still has a lot of top guys.
I mean,
guess,
yeah. Look
but
at
no,
the
you're
look
right.
look at the amateurs he signed. Like he's actually, I think he's shedding his roster and rebuilding.
And he should. These motherfuckers ask for too much money. Get him out of here.
And I think that his heavyweights are good though. Like it's Joshua and a bunch of really good prospects. Even has the good British guy that's gonna make his debut at Manchester.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Fisher can.
No, not him, but the guy from the Olympics. He has a really good. Terramoana's a dude. He's gonna be a fucking monster. He's gonna be a fucking monster. I'll tell you now,
if he didn't have to fight Jalilov in the second round, he would have made a silver medalist.
Sure. Dude, he's like perfect, like amateur to pro style. Like, he just needs to be developed.
Yo, I know. So where the fuck is Sugar Nunes, bro? Where is that guy?
Mandatory.
That guy
help.
needs to be on TV, bro. You literally beat Rachmanov last year in a fucking good ass fight, and then you just chose not to fight. I mean, I understand because of the mandatory shit, and Kakache didn't want to fight him, but like, why are you not fighting? I don't understand it.
I was just gonna say, he signed this British heavyweight that you guys should look out for. He has a really good pro style too. He's gonna make his debut in Manchester soon. I'm just blanking on his name, but you'll see it. You'll know who I'm talking about. That guy's really nice. Who?
And then we go to the Queensberry promotions. Who do we have? We have Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Ajay Kabayel, Zilai Zhang, Fabio Wardley, Moses Atama.
Kabayel's with Queensberry?
Did you say Tyson Fury?
Killian White, Joe Joyce, Lawrence Sicoli, David Adelaide, Solomon Deckers.
Yeah, but these are all guys who most of them are older guys that are already on the way out.
Tyson
They
Fury
have maybe one more. They have like maybe
He's
one more title run left in them. Like they're in their Joe Parker phase.
Oh,
but
God damn.
But they're about to be replaced. Like I think Eddie kind of realizes that. I think AJ getting knocked out made him realize that. Like, yo, we gotta start signing people.
That definitely was a big hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think it was more so just like it's like the natural course of things. Just like, oh shit, like yeah, AJ's been a big star for Matchroom, and now they got to start looking for someone else.
And is Joseph Parker the Cinderella Man story for the heavyweights?
I think he just has a second prime. He's going through a second prime.
Yeah, but did you see him get knocked out by Joe Joyce? Jeez, not too many people come back from that shit.
Dude, people were saying he needed to hang it up.
Yeah, when I
would have thought he did need to hang it up. Shit.
Because that was also after he lost to Chisora. You know, like how are you losing?
I never lost to Chisora.
He didn't lose. He should have lost to Chisora in the first fight, but he didn't. And then he beat Chisora's ass in the second one.
Yeah, second fight he beat the shit out of him.
Oh wait, yeah.
And he beat Andy Ruiz for the WBO title.
Well, that was
it was a close fight. I think they should fight again. I think he'd beat him more.
That was a close fight. And do you see what Andy did to his hand? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That looked like it was broken in 20 places.
Ugh. Nah, but these new crop of heavyweights are really exciting. Like I hope one of them gets like a big following so that
Moses is special.
Oh yeah, Moses
He's gonna
is the
fuck
one.
up everybody.
Moses
you put him in with Anderson. Anderson will never get back in the ring again.
Yeah, no,
ever.
Don't do that.
And he's what
I think.
Where's Jalilov at?
Bro, he's another one. Where it's just like, come on, like.
Yeah, top rank. Fucking hell.
Is that top rank? Because I know he went to the amateurs, but he went back to the amateurs.
He's a top rank boy, but they're just not doing anything with him.
Yeah.
I thought he fought recently. But it was like under the radar. Or he was training. I don't know. But Terra Moana looks really exciting.
Terra
I like that. No, I like that. I like that. I like that run of fights they just announced for Fabio. I like Pulev.
Who do they want for him?
I like Pulev and then Michael Hunter because Michael been fighting.
Oh
Michael, but yeah, he had 2 fights. He had 2 fights last year.
I've been in school. I haven't been fighting nobody, bro.
The regular.
Of course not. You from Canada, bro. Who the fuck you gonna fight?
From New York, bro.
Jack Frost. Fuck is you gonna
fight? Y'all don't fight, bro. Y'all just shoot.
Get the fuck. When the fuck the last time motherfucker had a fist fight in Canada?
Bro, y'all don't fight nobody, bro.
Bro, get the fist fights every day. It's fights every day in New York. What is you talking about? Like, that's all motherfuckers do is fight in New York.
Neighbors shooting at each other now. I'm like, y'all.
But that's after the fights. After somebody get their ass whooped, it's time to shoot it out.
You don't remember that video last year that went viral? These 2 neighbors arguing. Motherfucker hits him, then he goes and gets a gun and fucking shoots him.
Yo, shit is crazy. But no, on some real shit though. On some real shit though. Hold on. Fabio Wardley versus Pulev. I think Fabio beats Pulev, but him versus Hunter, that's a 50-50. That's a
Michael Hunter?
50-50.
Fabio
Yeah.
versus Hunter?
Yeah,
Wow.
the WBA said it that if he beats Pulev, he has to fight Hunter right after that.
That's
I'll
fine.
take that.
I'm shocked that Michael
Okay.
Hunter's been active because I've heard nothing about that guy.
He
Yeah,
has.
it's chicken. The good thing, look, it wasn't good guys. You could tell that because you didn't hear nothing about it. So it
One of
wasn't
them
good
was an
guys.
exhibition and he lost. It's actually crazy.
But the shit is that at least he's keeping active, and we know that Michael is not a champion. Like he's not gonna be a champion. But for Fabio, that's a good acid test. I would say that because as much as I like how Fabio been looking, you've been on British level. That's where you at. You British level. You could beat Pulev, right? You EBU level. Then Michael after that, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That's a good run of fights for us to see what you got. Like, are you world level? Because beating Frazier, remember Frazier wasn't all that. Now, I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying that Frazier didn't really beat nobody. You know, it was a great domestic level fight to see who's better, but we can't say you world level because you beat Frazier. Because who did Frazier beat?
Have y'all ever seen anybody who's killed their own career worse than Michael Hunter?
No. Wasn't it that he went to Triller to fight like 3 him and that guys?
And he turned down Hrgovic when he could have beat Hrgovic at that time.
Oh, yeah, I remember he was running from that fight, bro.
Yeah.
Did y'all see who was the one that got Ebony Bridges pregnant?
Kell Brook.
Oh, it's Kell Brook.
That was like
He said he was Australian, dude.
Yo,
Wait.
not for
I
nothing.
didn't see that shit.
Yo, the shit is they was saying Kell Brook was in the men for years, bro. So that
I
shit
know.
really-
This really threw me off.
I never
What?
believed it because didn't they catch him at a brothel house?
No,
Wait,
they
Kell
said he
got
was at
Ebony
nah.
pregnant?
Yo, they said Kell was at a gay bar and that's why he got stabbed in the leg. That was the rumor. I don't know if that's true, but that was the rumor.
Why did he get stabbed at a gay bar?
Cause how the fuck should I know? Why was he in one, bro? What the fuck you gonna be doing in one?
That's fact.
Like you ain't there to use the phone. Like what the fuck you doing?
Trying to get phone
Hey,
numbers.
maybe they had a great blend of
Yo.
beer, and then someone hit on him.
I
and he said
accidentally
no.
made out
They
with
got
some guy at a
stabbed.
gay bar. This is
Oh,
crazy.
hey, yo, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. Like the
Julie was
fuck.
out here
Shout out to
exposing himself.
Virtuoso Jules. I'm worried about you. The next thing you're gonna be like, you guys discuss today's boxing news while I go inject. Man, suck my dick. The fuck is you talking about? Mr. T said, put on his Victor suit. Yeah, because I was outside, motherfucker. It's cold today.
That's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
Dominican frozen.
Nah, but yeah, this motherfucker was just like, oh, I'm so clumsy. I stumbled into this gay bar.
That's what I'm saying. But for a long time, that was the rumor. And the rumor was that the chocolate brownie, it wasn't a punch. That was the rumor.
Fucking Earl. Fucking Earl. What the fuck you mean chocolate brownie? What's
I
that?
slipped and
Dude,
fell
think
into a
about
gay
it.
bar.
You know that he was telling Errol that I'm gonna give you this chocolate brownie. Give you this chocolate brownie. Why is your chocolate
That's like
brownie?
the least
Whoa.
imitating
brownie.
like insult,
Chocolate
like
brownie.
threat.
Bro,
like,
what you think
is
he
that?
was talking about? Chocolate brownie. He wasn't
Nasal.
talking about fighting, bro.
He has a very nasally voice.
Yeah,
That's
yo.
what made me think he was gay.
No, but I'm proud of him though, because Ebony probably got some good ass.
That box is
But you gotta
amazing.
think that's
Good enough, so.
yeah.
Does anyone think they're too big?
Oh yeah, for her
Who?
because she's not for nothing. I always thought this. She's gorgeous and she don't need him. She doesn't need
I
him.
know.
Oh,
But they're just
Go-
too big.
Facially, she's like you don't need that. You gorgeous. You don't need that
yo,
shit. It takes
honestly,
away.
bro, all these
She probably
surgeries.
thinks
None
her
of these
face
girls actually need. The only surgery I'll actually approve of is maybe a nose job, because some bitches be having fucked up.
Yeah, that's
noses out
that.
here.
I agree with that.
That,
I
that's
Like
agree.
him
it.
and the-
Other than that, yo, you could work everything naturally, bro. You
I
don't need
disagree
that
with
shit.
that statement.
Nose job.
Nah,
Braces
I would
probably
say
help.
that like be real. Have you ever seen a bull like I don't really like them fake like I
I don't like the
really
boobs. I
them.
don't like the fake boobs. And the fake and the BBLs, yo, that shit is
No,
hard.
that's
It's
even
not,
worse.
it's not
That's even
soft,
worse.
by the way. It's not the real shit, so it's hard. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, the fake boobs
It just looks
suck,
good.
man.
It just looks
Yeah,
good.
probably
nah,
feel-
Mark is right.
Should
They
probably
have
feel
no-
like a new car seat.
Bro,
No, unless they get silicone. Silicone feels all natural.
Yo, you ever see the video of the girl? She got the silicone boobs and that shit popped and her shit was all fucked up. Like,
dude, I don't want to think about that shit, bro. Come on.
but that's what happens, bro.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that
Has
at all.
anybody
I mean,
seen
people
Oscar
get
De La
cysts in
Hoya?
their assholes, but nobody wants to think about that either, dude.
Did you see Oscar De La Hoya burying the silicone boobs?
In the WWF, she popped one of hers when she was wrestling.
I don't really like I've never seen a fair.
Oh, Oscar's into it.
I've never seen a pair of fake knockers, and I was like, ooh, like I stand by it. I'd rather a big ass with some little ass titties. It's it's attractive.
And you know what's also the worst?
Itty titty
When a
committee.
girl's actually pretty and then she goes and does the fucking fake lips, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
I
God.
ain't never seen a bitch put that shit in a lip and look nice. Like, nah,
They don't. Yo, they look like clowns, bro.
look like
Fake
you
lips
having an
are like
allergic
fake lips.
reaction or some shit.
Like, you need an
Look,
EpiPen or some
sting.
shit.
They look
You
like a
dying,
goddamn
bitch?
perch
What the
after
fuck's
you
wrong?
reeled them out of the water on your fishing hook, man.
Dude, fake
Shannon-
fake lips are like fake Jordans, so you could tell from a mile away.
I seen Shannon Courtney started doing that shit. I'm like, bitch, now you still got them lines on your lips. I know that's what you was trying. They still there, but now it looked like you was eating shrimp.
And
So
bro,
you think-
yo, you have to get that shit like
Red Lobster.
I thought that shit is like a one-time thing. It's like you have to go back for it every couple months or some shit.
No, what I think the most annoying thing is what they subject themselves to and then blame us. Like, we don't like any of this shit. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not into the fake titties. I like the BBLs is even worse. Like, yeah, I really don't like those because I'm an ass guy. I don't even you faking the funk with this fake ass ass.
I promise.
Well, that's what
I
makes
never
it
looked
tragic.
at a
is that
girl's
it's
nails and
purely
be
out of
like,
like
damn,
a-
they look good.
Yeah, like they
or-
do all that shit for each other, destroy themselves, and then blame the standard.
then-
What standard? What standard you talking about?
But that's what makes it sad. That's what makes it tragic. It's totally out of their own like self-perception. Their own.
No, it's like anything else. A bitch do some dumb shit, and somehow it's the god. Like, no, that dumb ass shit is your fault.
Nah,
bitch.
but even like some of these girls will actually tell you, nah, it's not for guys. It's just so we feel pretty. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, that shit's dumb.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder,
I'm
bitch.
just like,
Selfish, typical women. Just
Typical woman.
I'm playing.
We have discussed this before. It's because of trends and fashion.
social media.
In social media, they see other bitches doing that same shit. That they think to themselves, "Oh, my lips are too thin, or my knuckles are really small." They are doing them for those girls.
Fucking Kardashians, bro.
Remember when thigh gaps was the thing? Bitches want like, bitch, you understand that this is structured based on your bones. You can't change this, you stupid bitch. Some bitches have a thigh gap and some don't. But it's not something you could run to Publix and go get. It's not something you could go to the gym and go get. It's literally your bones. Bitches like the dumbest shit so that they could go on the Sisterhood podcast and somehow it's our fucking fault. I ain't tell you to be looking at that bitch's pussy print. You looking at that shit, dumbass bitch. Shit is ridiculous. It's always our fault. Like, no, that's y'all being vain and being vain. That's all that shit is.
Yeah, and look, there has to be a couple of guys that like that shit, but most of the people that they're trying to convince you to do that kind of shit are women. So you take the opinions of those guys. There are like 3 or 4 guys in the worldwide world, and ignore all the women telling you that you have to do all this shit to be beautiful. So fuck you.
No, but that and it, you know, they say it, which is true, that a lot of them broads is really after only 2% of the guys, because you know guys ain't got standards. Motherfuckers out here fuck any old goddamn thing. So you ain't putting yourself through all that for the average dude. You trying to get like that 2%, and I don't even think that 2% like that shit. That shit look
Exactly.
It don't look right.
It don't look
Do
right,
you think
bro.
those women
right.
even have thought with that 2%? Most
No,
of them
but that,
don't.
bro, do you understand how delusional bitches really are though? Like, bitches is really crazy out here. Like on God, like, yeah, a lot of these bitches, like, I know that the internet over amplifies it with all of those questionnaire shits, but bitches really do be airheads though, bro. Like, they do though. Like,
What do you
yeah,
think?
like,
Yeah.
They invent stories on their head. Shit. It's a well-known
Bitches,
fact.
bitches think about shit to be sad about when they by themselves. That's how fucking like the fuck is wrong with this bitch. Think of scenarios to get angry about. Like, yo, bitches do a lot of weird shit, bro. Like,
Bro, in my life, bro, I've very rarely seen a completely flat girl, like no boobs at all. Like, if you have like, I don't know what that shit is, A, B, those, the boob sizes. Yo, boobs actually really don't matter what size they are.
Well, I
They
said it's
don't.
only so much you could do with a titty. Like, man, you could suck a titty, cup a titty, rub a titty,
It really
but
doesn't matter.
Bro, I met a girl today. She had mosquito
I like all
bites
boob
for
sizes,
tits,
bro. All
But
boobs
she had
matter.
a gorgeous smile.
yeah, like, bro, it's about the ass and thighs. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. That's the action zone of it. Like, titties is
Oh,
cool. I
shit.
ain't hating on no titties, but you could suck titty, cup a titty, but that's really
thighs.
it.
I like the
This-
thick thighs.
This
That's why
thing
I
said
like.
action zone.
Me, thick.
Like he's a fucking Green Beret. What the fuck?
I just need thick thighs and a slim waist, bro. The
Some
curvy waist is
action-
everything to me, bro.
Some thunder thighs and ass you could squeeze.
The
The
hourglass
action
shit,
zone, bro. When I see them scratch marks,
Oh, yo, don't get me started on the stretch marks, bro.
The tiger's
you been
Tiger,
eating,
that-
girl.
That's
Eat that
that's
shit.
the best. That is the
Jesus.
best.
You been eating. I know Chloe Bailey got some scratch marks.
Yeah.
Scratch that
And when you
pussy.
compliment them on the stretch marks, bro, because they feel mad insecure about that shit, yo.
Bro, what's her
Compliment them,
name?
they go crazy.
What's her name? Noemi Yocasta, I believe.
Yocasta Valle.
Yocasta.
Yo.
No, not her sister.
Oh, you talking about her little sister Naomi?
my
Yo,
God,
Naomi's
Yeah.
fine.
Naomi's cute.
Hey, watch
cute.
your mouth,
She's
Michael.
young.
Watch your mouth,
She's
bro.
very
I
young.
Why, yo? She might replace Sugar for me. Can't lie. She could
Hey,
not.
watch
She
your
can't
mouth again,
Nah,
Michael.
Sugar is a
God
woman. Sugar is like, I know why y'all like Naomi, and I understand that, but Sugar is a woman. That is a whole
Oh.
ass woman. Oh my
Yeah.
goodns.
Está bien flaquita, but she's
cute.
so fine, bro.
She's
So Sugar
Well,
Neek?
I'll take Sugar over. I would take Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sugar
she got a
is-
nice smile.
She
man.
is
Who
gorgeous.
are you talking
bro.
about?
Hey,
Sugar Neeks.
Talking
Sugar
about
Naked Johnson.
Sugar
Shanika.
Neeks.
talking about
Nika Johnson.
Alexandria
Oh.
Ocasio, bro. Ocasio.
man. Hey, Sugar Neeks, bro. She had that nasty gush in her forehead. She never took a knee. She
Nah,
had
you
that.
know-
I want Sugar
She a
Neeks to
bad
sit me in her
motherfucker.
lap.
Thank you, Undefeated. You know, she's bleeding everywhere, dog. All over, blood all over.
Gross.
She didn't take a knee.
Oh,
You know what I'm
anybody
saying?
deserves 10 million is that girl right there, man.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
What does the
Jules,
cut man
you're
do
in
when
the
they're on
middle
their
of the
cycle?
fucking Amanda
No
Serrano
wonder.
fight, aren't you? Can you give us anything? Like, do we have another pound for pound fighter on the card that you don't have to give us a name? But aside from Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, is there any other top 10 pound for pound fighters on that card?
There will be fighters that are migrating from one place to another on that card.
Wait, what card you guys talking
Okay.
about?
No, you can use your
The,
imagination. I'm not going to give you more than that.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
come on. Let us
Oh,
know.
Wait, what
Tell
card are we
you
talking
can't
about?
put it in the chat.
No.
You talking about?
Can you give us
Selena,
another
talking
hint
about-
other than
I
migrating?
literally just said I ain't going to give you more than that. You could use your imagination and figure shit
wait.
out.
What
Mr.
are you
T
Can you
said
give us more
salute.
hints though?
Salute Mike for being our scapegoat. It's his fatal. I
What
don't
is he
know.
talking about?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know.
No, they like to pick on Mike because Mike gets upset
Who gets
every
upset?
time.
Nobody gets upset.
That's yes, you are.
Nobody gets
any
upset.
chance to pick up any strays, Jules, that aren't on a promotional outfit?
Bro, where the
Bro,
fuck is Alicia, man?
I just literally said I'm not giving
All
away.
right,
It's
all
coming.
right.
Like it's y'all gotta be patient.
Bro, can you like DM? Like you can't DM the real ones?
No,
Fuck is that, bro?
no.
That's selfish.
You can't give one more hint.
Who the fuck
One
said
more
I
hint.
That's
wasn't?
fucking selfish,
Who
bro.
the fuck said I wasn't? I
Shit.
tell
Jules,
you I'm selfish,
need-
motherfucker.
How about what? Can we
loyal,
settle for
loyal.
one more hint at least?
No.
Does it rhyme with quote?
Jules,
No, my
you can DM a real one, bro. That's fucked up.
All right.
I don't gotta share that
migrating-
shit.
That's fucked up, man.
Is it a female fighter or
I
American
don't trust
fighter? Or
motherfuckers
male
from New
fighter?
York.
No.
man. I'm
No.
telling you,
Jules
bro.
can't trust you, motherfuckers. You be telling anything. You can trust me, Jules.
Female or male?
Jerry Forrest is gonna be on.
You mean Khalif? What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm glad Trump did that shit because that motherfucker was trying to go pro. No, motherfucker.
Go
No.
pro over there, dog.
Go pro in Algeria, in Chris Algeria. Go pro over there,
Bro,
bro.
did you see one of them? You know, them type of people. My brother just showed me. Motherfucker had a whole beard, right? Went to
Cock.
the kickboxing fight, got knocked out in 21 seconds, bro. It's not a joke. It is not a joke, bro. I don't know what's wrong with this fucking generation. I don't like.
Nah,
Like,
because they stuck in their feelings is what it
I
is.
don't
They
know what to say, bro.
nah.
That's
If you
exactly
look,
what it is.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. The real
It's not
thing is,
opinion. It's
nah.
just fact.
Here's what it is. When you don't have a higher power that you base your life on, you're gonna be all over the place like these weird motherfuckers. That's really what it is. The younger generation lacks direction because they don't aspire to anything because they don't want to bow to anything. Godlessness is the answer. Whether you believe there is a creator or there isn't, the constant is it sets an example for your etiquette, the way that you conduct yourself, that there has to be a basis in reality or truth, which is, the Bible's real big on truth. But when you tell yourself, well, I'm whatever I feel like, well, you might feel like a hamster today, and you might feel like a crackhead tomorrow. Like you aimless. You don't have a compass.
Yeah, see, I don't know about all that, but I just know like the shit just doesn't. It just really just facts over feel. It's really feelings over facts.
Why?
Like,
Because you think why? Because you think your feelings are more important than facts.
Which
Than
is
the
just
truth.
stupid.
Than
They
the
allow them to
truth.
do that shit. It's just stupid. It's the governments that allow this shit.
Yo, I saw an old pickup truck full of junk, and I saw an old pickup truck on the road today full of shit in the back, and it had a bumper sticker that says, "I identify as a Jeep," and it's like, bro, like, bro, that
Yeah.
whole shit is just
Because that shit, I mean, like we kind of
Then the
talked about it.
pronouns.
I'm gonna use code words because I don't want motherfuckers getting at me.
Zer,
But
bro. Use Zer. That's their pronouns.
I would say that
clack.
I'll remember that dating pool, that's a substrata of the population. It's like a very infinitesimal
Dating
like
pool.
it's not a let me get
Who's
let me
dating
get
that?
the point I'm making is it's not a lot for them to go around, and in reality they don't want each other. They don't
It's
want each
fucking
other.
disgusting.
They don't when they look at each other, they see themselves. They don't like what they see. Obviously, that's how you got there.
They hate
You don't
themselves.
like what you see.
They hate themselves.
Yeah.
What you want is to acclimatize the rest of the world to to accept this shit, because you don't see that they trying to get motherfuckers like, if you don't date these motherfuckers, you
You're a
phobic.
phobe.
Well, then
You're
I'll
a
be a
phobe.
fucking phobe then, motherfucker.
That actually, and
you
that
think
logic,
I'm worried about how you feel?
And that
I'm
logic
not.
is actually dumb as hell. Like, listen, if you don't like gay people, okay.
My dude, see, all right, you gotta go.
No, what? What?
Hey,
This
deport his ass.
uncooperative motherfucker just gonna
Deport his ass.
He gonna get like you can't use a code, bro.
Okay, obviously we're not.
Let's use Michael as the code.
I can't say gay people.
He's
All
Michael.
Right, all right, bye, Michael.
Oh wait, I can't say gay people.
All right, bye.
If you're like Michael and you like broad shoulders, 6-pack abs,
that's the one thing about Aries is that I learned over the years. These motherfuckers love being line steppers. Step on that line from the outside. Could not cooperate over there. Very simple. Don't argue.
Yeah,
You want to be
funny to step on the line.
uncooperative? Don't cooperate over there. Come over here fucking up my shit because you feel like being cute. Fuck out of here. It's very simple. Yeah, it's very simple. That I've always thought that, and that's where the direction was heading, because I saw so many clips of so many podcasts. They trying to like kind of bully you into accepting the shit. It's like, nah, I don't want that. I don't care care how you feel. I don't care what you call it. I don't want that.
Ever since 2016, there's been like there's been a limit to what you can say. Kind of like what Michael was saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, I can't say that shit. Like, what? Wait, why?
The shit is that you say that shit, and all it takes is for somebody to be in their feelings, and then
Remember 2020 when Trump was talking about, how COVID it came from China, and the reporters like, wait, why do you gotta say it came from China? Because
Because
it
it came
came
from
from
China.
China, and people just want to be offended by anything nowadays.
And that's why, but you see why I go to the lengths that I go to. If I don't say nothing, you don't got nothing to say about me. If I don't say nothing, if I'm talking about a bag of rice as a code, you can't say nothing. I'm talking about a bag of rice. It ain't complicated. You know what I'm saying? But really, what I see is, y'all really trying to acclimatize this shit to force the rest of the general population to accept what you're doing. And it's not even that they don't accept what you're doing. Like, that's your life. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. But I'm not playing along with that. That if I'm trying to get some pussy, I'm trying to get some pussy, fam. Okay? You don't have that. Fuck out of here.
Like I'm a really calm person, but what will get to me is whenever I go to like a new doctor or something, and you have to fill out the paperwork, and then they literally ask you like, "Hey, so what do you identify as? Like, what are your pronouns?" And like, what do you mean? Like,
pronouns?
The fuck? Like,
yo, and they to me it's like they really tried to, like, I guess, gaslight the general population to play along with this fucking fantasy. Like, nah, you can do what you want with yourself. I generally don't care. But what you're not gonna do is get me to play along. Like, no.
Fucking stupid.
Under no circumstances. No.
Let me show you what I got in between my legs, and you tell me what I am. Shit.
For real, like, I heard so much different shit that if one of the main slogans that you saw the last 2 years was, if genitals don't determine what you are, then how does mutilating them determine? If they don't determine what you are, then how does mutilating them determine what you are? And it makes perfect sense. Like, yeah, like, you're confused. I'm not. You can go be confused by yourself. I'm not confused.
What was it? Bruce Jenner. He went through that whole phase, but he didn't chop it off. So what is it, bro?
No, because the shit is, but at least Bruce understood. When they asked Bruce about the Emain K-Leaf shit, he said it in plain English. It's got to come down to the chromosomes. XX versus XX, XY versus XY. Simple. He's not confused. If he feels happier dressing how, that's his prerogative. That's your life. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. If you feel happier doing that, have a ball. Nothing wrong with. Bro. That's your life. It's not for me to judge it. That's your life. What you're not gonna do is force me to play along. I'm not gonna play along. Fuck that shit.
Exactly.
Nothing against what the fuck you want to do. That's your life. You do what the fuck you want. That don't got nothing to do with me. Don't put me in that shit. And that's what I've been seeing, that they was like, I saw so many podcasts where they just kept repeating the same thing, and it felt like, yo, this is propaganda almost. Like, you really trying to hoodwink motherfuckers into thinking that that's what they want. It's like, yeah, this is not going to work, because the shit that we want is so visceral, you can't change it. The idea of a deviation, it's not going to work. It ain't. Motherfucker wants some pussy. Warm, wet pussy. Fuck out of here. That bullshit. Michael got himself kicked off.
Want a pussy, not that little fucking slit you had.
Fucking pussy. Ugh. Warm ass pussy. Like a fucking space heater on my dick.
Like a what? Okay.
Space heater.
You know what? Sure, we'll roll with it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. On that note, I'm fucking going to sleep because I'm fucking sleepy.
Have a good night, Jules.
Have a good night, Jules.
Peace out, guys.
Shout out to Mr. Classic Metal. If you say something offensive online in Germany, the cops will knock on your door at 6 p.m. Drag out of your home and throw your ass in jail.
Yeah, they
Thank
will.
God we live in America.
Yeah.
Living in America. Superways. Coast to coast.